Siding. Trusted by homeowners in over 10 million homes from coast to coast. Siding from James Hardie gives your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. James Hardie also knows how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. James Hardie, siding with your home team. Visit jameshardie.com to request more information today.
There's no distance too far for the perfect trip.
Hi, checking in for...
Or the perfect table.
Hey, where are you?
Coming!
And when you get access to Resi Priority Notify with your Amex Platinum card.
Hey, this looks amazing. I'm so glad you made it.
And travel benefits at fine hotels and resorts booked through Amex Travel. It's worth the trip. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withAmex.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Ian Happ is riding an 8-game hitting streak. A long homer right-handed Friday, a leadoff homer left-handed yesterday. How about one in each game of this series? That's who I'm banking on. Who are you banking on? That's sponsored by Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. The pitching matchups today are sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Bowden Francis is 5-3 with a 4.92 ERA, but great the last time out of Anaheim. 7 innings, retired 21 of 22 and struck out 8. Meanwhile, Shota Imanaga making his 23rd start, 13th at home, leads the National League with a minuscule 3.6% walk rate. Taking a look around baseball is sponsored by Great Clips. For your next haircut, go to Great Clips. It's going to be great. The Marlins and the Mets are tied at 2 in the top of the 7th. That's the morning game on this Sunday. Meanwhile, the Mariners up 2-0 on the Pirates in the second. The Royals and Reds scoreless in the second. D-backs and Rays scoreless in the second. Phillies up on the Nationals 1-0 after 1. Everything else is either get going now or a little bit later. Tonight's game on Sunday is the Little League Classic in Williamsport. That'll be the Yankees and the Tigers. Time now to give you access to Craig Counsell, sponsored by Access One, best in the business, managed IT, cybersecurity, and more. Here's the skipper on Jorge Lopez, the closer yesterday.
Jorge has put himself into the back of the game. You know, like we're kind of managing without specific roles in back there with George and with Jorge, and Porter and Smiley and even Tyson, like just kind of looking at the inning and who's best suited for the inning. But Jorge's pitched wonderfully and pitched great and deserves to pitch in those innings to me.
Looking down at Clark, the Cub in a cape in the midst of a Harry Potter ballpark celebration, hoping that Shota Imanaga can bring the magic and get the Cubs a sweep over Toronto. 2 anthems and a ball game are next right here on The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
If it happens in a Cubs game, it happens right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It offers flexible spending capacity that adapts to your business. You can also earn up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
All your insurance policies and documents in the palm of your hand.
Just at the push of a button.
Your policy ID card.
And request roadside assistance with GPS Connect. Download the Magnum Insurance app today. Magnum Insurance.
Making your life easier.
Six Flags Great America's biggest sale of the year is here. For 2 weeks only, save up to 70% on daily tickets, 2025 season passes, and more. With a season pass, you'll get access to Fright Fest, presented by Snickers, featuring brand new haunted houses, and enjoy events like Oktoberfest and Kids Brew Fest. Plus, coming in 2025, Wrath of Rakshasa, a massive record-breaking dive coaster. Don't wait. Our biggest sale of the year ends Labor Day. Visit sixflags.com to buy now. Restrictions apply.
Tired of sifting through countless supplements? Unsure of what's actually effective? Introducing Legion, the choice of over 800,000 discerning fitness enthusiasts. With all natural products, clinically effective ingredients, doses, and hassle-free money-back guarantee, you can achieve your fitness goals without the unnecessary guesswork. Say goodbye to wasted efforts and hello to results. With Legion, you don't need supplements to build muscle, lose fat, or get healthy, but the right ones can help. Visit LegionAthletics.com. Go to LegionAthletics.com to get 20% off your order now.
Lowe's knows our great paint savings mean you can get the colors you want at prices you'll love. Right now, get 20% off 1-gallon cans and 5-gallon pails of Valspar Defense paint or Cabot Stain. Shop now because it's the perfect time to maintain your deck and paint your outdoor spaces. Visit us in-store or online today because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/21. Selection varies by location. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
Yesterday, Jorge Lopez became the fourth Cub in history to record consecutive saves, the second one being his first as a Cub. Pretty cool. He joined Hector Neris in that regard. We've got two teams in town, one American, one Canadian, and soon we'll get you an anthem from both. Jorge Lopez has been terrific since making his Cubs debut on the 28th of June. Lopez has pitched to an ERA below 1, 0.83. And since June 28th, that is the third lowest in the National League among relievers with at least 15 appearances. The Cubs overall as a pitching staff have been terrific. Since the 1st of July, allowing just 140 runs, leads National League pitching staffs. Here with the anthems are Wayne Messmer and his wife Kathleen here on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land the free and the home of the brave.
A pair of anthems from a pair of Messmers, Wayne and Kathleen, getting it done right there. First pitch is coming up next. The national anthem is sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Zach Zaidman, Ron Coomer have baseball for you next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Cody Bellinger here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It's packed with benefits to help unlock more value from your business purchases. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
It's the biggest sale of the year at Six Flags Great America. Save up to 70% on daily tickets, season passes, and more. Plus, coming in 2025, Wrath of Rakshasa, a massive record-breaking dive coaster. Visit sixflags.com to buy now. Restrictions apply.
James Hardie knows how important your home is. That's why they made America's #1 brand of siding. Trusted by homeowners in over 10 million homes from coast to coast. Siding from James Hardie gives your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. James Hardie also knows how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. James Hardie, siding with your home team. Visit jameshardie.com to request more information today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by Health Markets. Shop for health insurance your way. And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Get out the tape measure, long gone. Back in the stands. That's what it's done. A game-winning home run. Can you believe it? This is what you came in for. You got the Cubs game on The Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benjamin Moore, Benny's Beverage Depot, Hefty Trash Bags, Sigler Subaru of Kenosha, Bosch Power Tools, James Hardie Building Products, Sloan, Stella Blue Coffee, Traffic Tech, Wintrust Community Banks, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field, Arturo Tires, and by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Download the app today. Please gamble responsibly. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Cubs looking for a sweep with Shota on the mound. It's the finale of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Toronto Blue Jays here at Wrigley Field. Hi, everyone. A pleasant good afternoon to you. Alongside Ron Coomer, I'm Zach Zaidman in for Pat today. So happy to have you with us. All-star left-hander Shota Imanaga gets the ball for the Cubs, while right-hander Bowden Francis pitches for the Blue Jays. Let's get right to the starting lineup, sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. For John Schneider's Blue Jays, a record of 57-66, last place in the American League East. George Springer is the leadoff man, and he's in right field. Ernie Clement is the shortstop. The first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The cleanup man is the designated hitter today, Alejandro Kirk. Spencer Horowitz is at second base. The third baseman is Addison Barger. Davis Schneider, the left fielder, bats seventh. Joey Loper-Fito in center, and hitting ninth, catcher Brian Servin, with Bowden Francis, a right-hander, on the mound for Toronto. Meantime, for Craig Counsell's Cubs, a record of 61-63. The Cubs currently in third place in the National League Central, but just 4.5 games out from the final wild card spot in the National League. Ian Happ is the leadoff man. He's in left field. Michael Busch at first. The designated hitter is Seiya Suzuki. Right fielder Cody Bellinger is the cleanup man. Nico Horner is at second base. Dansby Swanson, the shortstop. Center fielder Pete Crow Armstrong hits seventh. Patrick Wisdom playing third. And the catcher Miguel Amaya bats ninth, with Shota Imanaga on the mound. First pitch next, the finale of the Cubs and Blue Jays here at Wrigley Field on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Anything can happen anytime in any game right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Tired of sifting through countless supplements? Unsure of what's actually effective? Introducing Legion, the choice of over 800,000 discerning fitness enthusiasts. With all natural products, clinically effective ingredients, doses, and hassle-free money-back guarantee, you can achieve your fitness goals without the unnecessary guesswork. Say goodbye to wasted efforts and hello to results with Legion. You don't need supplements to build muscle, lose fat, or get healthy, but the right ones can help. Visit LegionAthletics.com. Go to LegionAthletics.com to get 20% off your order now.
Lowe's knows our great paint savings mean you can get the colors you want at prices you'll love. Right now, get 20% off 1-gallon cans and 5-gallon pails of Valspar Defense paint or Cabot Stain. Shop now because it's the perfect time to maintain your deck and paint your outdoor spaces. Visit us in-store or online today because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/21. Selection varies by location. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It's packed with benefits to help unlock more value from your business purchases. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
And it's a beautiful day here at the Weekend Getaway. Oh no, looks like a loose stare on the porch. And he is out. Add another one to the IL. Not how they wanted the season to start. At Morgan & Morgan, we know injuries can come out of left field. As America's largest injury law firm, we've recovered over $20 billion for our clients. If you've been injured in an accident, call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
It's a cloudy day here at Wrigley Field. Temperature 76 degrees. There's a hard wind currently blowing from left to right. And Coom, they say slight chance for rain throughout the afternoon, but nothing like yesterday. They believe if it does rain, they'll be able to play through it.
Yeah, we just hope it's not like yesterday. And we, had two delays. Yes, one very short one, but one about 45 minutes or so. And, it showed on the mound. The last thing you want is to have something like happened yesterday to Justin Steele happen to Shota. Is unfortunate. When you have one of your aces on the mound and you lose him because of the weather, in a 2-inning stint for Justin. So hopefully today we'll play uninterrupted baseball.
The game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, your trusted local experts. As the Cubs and Blue Jays get set to play the finale of their 3-game set. So Shota's on the mound, 9-2 this season with a 3.16 ERA in 22 starts, but not coming off his best outing last time out in Cleveland back on Monday.
Yeah, the outing in Cleveland, he just did not have the same command that we're accustomed to seeing. And not that he was out of the zone, it was more command in the zone. And too many pitches in the middle and gave up a couple long balls. Not characteristic for Shota. I anticipate today him having very good command of that fastball.
George Springer at the plate. First pitch up high, and we are underway. 1-0 the count to the Blue Jays leadoff man, hitting at .219 with 14 home runs and 46 RBIs. Springer, an upright stance from the right side. Very little bend at the knees. Now the 1-0. On the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Springer. Jim Wolf is the home plate umpire this afternoon. The crew chief Alan Porter at first. Sean Barber at second. And Ryan Blakeney is at third. Shota deals. And Springer cracks one foul on the ground off to the left. Count now 1-2. The announcement of the umpire sponsored by Suits 2020 in Niles. The largest selection of wedding outfits for grooms and groomsmen. Affordable luxury. Suits 2020 in Niles. Imanaga works on the first base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. That's up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Springer. Cubs wearing their traditional home white uniforms with the blue pinstripes, the iconic Cubs logo on the front left part of the jersey, blue caps with a red C on the front, blue numerals and lettering on the back of the jersey. Here's the pitch, and a high fly ball hit to center field. Playable for Pete Crow Armstrong, who drifts back to make the catch. One away.
Well, showed off to a good start. A couple good pitches in that sequence, and that last one, a little fastball right in the outside corner. He has not come really in yet with the fastball. He has stayed away from Springer and worked out pretty well.
Shota wearing red, white, and blue cleats. The batter, Ernie Clement. And the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. A fastball from Imanaga. 0-1. Shota has the pants hiked up to the knees, showing the blue stockings today. Here's the pitch. Clement swings and misses in the hole. 0-2. Blue Jays wearing those powder blue alternate uniforms that they used to wear back in the late 70s and 1980s. Imanaga kicks and delivers the 0-2. Clement pops it up, foul out of play off to the right. The Blue Jays with blue lettering on the back. The numerals are in white, outlined in blue. Blue socks, Springer wearing white shoes, blue helmets with the Blue Jay logo on the front. As Imanaga sets, he's ready. And now the 0-2. Clement fouls it away. Count remains 0-2. The uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house with Cubbies blue, Wrigley Field green, or marquee red. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Lefty-righty matchup. And the 0-2 delivery is low. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Pretty good take by Clement. That was a pretty good split finger right at the bottom of the zone. Just missed low.
Imanaga deals. Bounced foul off to the left. 1-2.
I'm going to guess today, just from the quickly just watching, if Shota pitches up in the zone, you're going to see the Toronto hitters on the attack. Yeah, and they're going to try to stay away from getting into counts like this right here against Clement. The 0-2, 1-2, 2-2, where the split finger really comes into play.
The 1-2 delivery is fouled back out of play.
I don't think they've taken a fastball up and in yet. He's thrown a few of them, and every time he throws that fastball up and in, they're on the attack.
Clement digs in, right-handed batter, hits out of a crouch. And the pitch. Popped up left side. Wisdom, the third baseman, in foul territory right near the Cubs dugout, but this one's out of play. So they'll do it again. Pretty good battle going on here as Clement continues to foul off Imanaga pitches.
Talking about Wisdom, Patrick, a late addition to the Cubs lineup here about 12 o'clock today. We got word Paredes a little bit of a banged-up shoulder, so he's getting the day off, and Patrick got put into the Cubs lineup.
Here's the 1-2. A swing and a miss, strike 3. As Shota gets Clement. I'm going to guess that was the splitter.
Well, that's what happens. You know, if you get behind in the count and then you start covering the high fastball, and you know that's the pitch that other teams have had some success on. Nobody's had great success against Shota, but the little bit that has happened has come on mistakes on the high fastball. So they're going to be swinging at that pitch early. But, boy, you get behind in the count, now you got to follow that split finger. Good luck.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. looks at a fastball up high, 1-0 the count. Guerrero hitting at .319. He's got 25 home runs and 80 RBIs. Powerful right-handed slugger. Imanaga, the left-hander, deals. And that pitch is high again, 2-0.
See, I like what Shota's doing here. Their scouting report is to be on the high fastball. How do you do something against that? Sort of a little higher. Just elevate it even just a little bit more and see if they'll chase it that much more out of the zone.
Now the 2-0 delivery. And Guerrero pops it foul out of play off to the right.
Something you don't see every day. Jim Wolf got set for the pitch to come to home plate, and a ball popped out of his ball bag and rolled in behind him. And then Jimmy's like, you got a decision to make. Do we call time real quick, or do we just play on? He decided to play on.
Here's the 2-1 delivery, and this is Bloop down the right field line, slicing foul out of play. 2-2.
I can say that's the first time in 11 years of broadcasting here at the Friendly Confines that there have been two baseballs in play at the same time. That's a new one. Jimmy getting razzed by the third base umpire, Ryan Blake, looking at him like, what are you doing?
Here's the 2-2. That's way outside.
Just a bit outside.
It went sailing over the glove of Amaya, who had to pop out of his crouch. And it hit the backstop on a fly.
Maybe Shota's still shocked about the two baseballs, too. That could be.
Well, I thought he was taking your scouting report to the next level, go even higher, right?
Even higher. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. That one almost hit the bull.
From Bull Durham, the movie. Google it or watch it. Here's the payoff pitch. That's low, ball 4. So Guerrero draws a 2-out walk here in the top half of the first. We're just underway. Cubs and Blue Jays are scoreless.
That's just respect right there. Not wanting with 2 outs and nobody on, Guerrero to put a point on the board as hot as he's been. And you just make him try to hit something that's not going to be a strike. And Shota did just that. Now you've got somebody hitting 237 with 3 home runs in the batter's box.
And that man is Alejandro Kirk. He swings and misses at a fastball from Imanaga. The count now 0-1. How hot has Guerrero been since the All-Star break? 27 games. He's batting .427 with 11 home runs and 25 RBIs. Kirk swings and misses again at another fastball from Imanaga. The count 0-2.
Kirk can't keep his left hand on the bat on those high fastballs. That's 2 times in a row. His hand has come off the bat. You'll see the top hand sometimes slip off, but the bottom one, not necessarily.
What causes that, do you think?
He didn't have enough pine tar on the bat, or, that we used to call a motor stick, but just a stick that you use to just get something real tacky on the bat.
Kirk looks at a ball inside, a fastball that missed from Imanaga, 1-2 the count.
That's the best fastball Shota's thrown today. That inside heater right under the hands of Kirk just missed.
Guerrero at first, 2 away here in the top half of the first inning. The next pitch is lined to left for a base hit by Kirk. So the Blue Jays now have men at first and second with 2 away, and the second baseman Spencer Horwitz due up.
Kirk doing a pretty good job. This split finger really doesn't go down much. It's low, but it's not at the dirt. It's about mid-shin. And Kirk does a good job of staying on the split finger and on the speed and hook that ball right over Dansby's head at short.
So here's the left-handed hitting Horowitz, batting at .265 this season. Men at first and second for Toronto. The pitch. Awkward check swing. Did he go? On appeal, no, says Ryan Blakeney, the third base umpire. The first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Tomorrow's innovation awaits with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. Now the 1-0. Another check swing. Did he go? Yeah, he did, says Blakeney. And a fastball, so the count now 1-1.
Take a look. We're going to get another shot at this one. Yeah, that one's a little farther. He thought they were the same. Blakeney did not agree.
The pitch. A breaking ball that's called a strike. 1-2.
Excellent breaking ball. Great location at the knees. Outside corner.
Now Horowitz calls time, steps out of the box, takes a practice swing. Players weekend. He's got a dark green bat with a lot of neon green all over it. He's got lime green shoes. Here's the 1-2. Foul back by Horowitz. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I can honestly say, the bat's one thing. I don't know if I could have went with the lime green shoes.
You're very conservative when it comes to your baseball footwear.
I just don't know if I could have done that, even if they sent them to me.
You don't like calling attention to yourself.
Well, just the lime green, man. That's a wow.
The 1-2. Horowitz fouls it back off the screen. I'm guessing as a Cub, you would have gone something that's cup colored, right? A lot of blue.
We had no
red.
choice back then. You couldn't even wear white shoes. You had to wear your team issued color.
The 1-2. Pop fly, shallow left, racing in Hap, going back Wisdom. It's in foul territory, and it bangs off the fencing. The wind took that ball for a ride, so it's a foul ball. 1-2.
Well, that'll just show you the wind is really playing havoc with these pop-ups in the infield. The wind's blowing much harder once the ball gets up above the stadium, and it is blowing much harder all of a sudden towards that right field corner. Patrick is in fair territory going out for this ball, and it lands in the seats. It hits the netting right by third base, past the camera well, and I mean that's 40 feet from where he started out running.
Yeah, they say at first pitch, a 15-mile-per-hour wind blowing from left to right. Horowitz waits for the 1-2. Men at first and second. Here's the pitch by Imanaga, and a line drive hit to deep right center field, but playable for Bellinger, who makes the catch short of the track for out number 3, and the Blue Jays leave 2. After a half inning, we're scoreless. Cubs and Toronto on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Pete Crow Armstrong here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It's packed with benefits to help unlock more value from your business purchases. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Learn more at americanexpress.com/businessgoldcard.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is, and it's why their Harding Siding is the #1 brand of siding in America. Trusted by homeowners and pros on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, Hardy Fiber Cement Siding gives homes lasting beauty with industry-leading protection against fire, water, pest, and more. James Hardy has everything you need to get started, from free siding samples, personalized 3D home renders, and a contractor network to quote your project. Visit jameshardy.com today to request more information.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
It's the biggest sale of the year at Six Flags Great America. Save up to 70% on daily tickets, season passes, and more. Plus, coming in 2025, Wrath of Rakshasa, a massive record-breaking dive coaster. Visit sixflags.com to buy now. Restrictions apply.
The Cubs leadoff man is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. If Ian Happ gets a hit, Binny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Right-hander Bowden Francis works on the third base side of the rubber for Toronto. Happ digs in, switch hitter batting from the left side, and he looks at a ball outside, 1-0. So what should we know about the 28-year-old Francis Coom? He's 5-3 with a 4.92 ERA, 20 games. This is just his 7th start.
Yeah, good arm, good fastball.
Happ pops it up, left side, foul territory, giving chase the third baseman Barger, but this one's out of play, 1-1.
The pitches to me that he liked to go to in what I saw earlier, fastball cutters, got a curve, got the change. But in his last 2 outings, he's had pretty good success. He had an 8-strikeout game and a 7-strikeout game. He's coming off some forearm issues that started in late April, and he missed a couple months. So he is starting to get back, but you know, he's coming off 2 good starts. I think first and foremost, you got to see if he's got command. Second, you got to be on his fastball first. I think that's his pitch that he likes to go to most of all.
That last pitch outside, 2-1. The next pitch is a called strike. A splitter that dropped in the zone.
Little high splitter. It's not going to be the splitter that we see from Shota. It's more of a changeup type pitch. He splits the fingers, but he doesn't get the action on the ball that Shota will get.
Happ waits for the 2-2. Francis steals. Fouled back below us, out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
One thing I noticed right away, the first splitter he threw, and I'm sure the Cubs dugout will see this right away, slows his arm down. That's something you look for as a hitter right away when a guy throws a change or some kind of off-speed pitch.
called. Strike three. That was a splitter.
Ian didn't like the call. It was right on the outside corner or away. Jim Wolf rings him up. That's one of those pitches that's borderline. Now, that last pitch there, that one had much better arm action. And he threw it harder. That was 85 miles an hour. Opposed to the one earlier was 82.
So one away, bottom one, no score. Cubs and Blue Jays. The batter, Michael Bush, hitting at 257. Shows bunt, pops it up behind home plate and out of play. Into the stands, 0-1 the count. So last time out, Francis on Monday in Anaheim against the Angels was dominant. 7 innings, giving up just 1 run on 1 hit, no walks, 8 strikeouts. He's got a 2.49 ERA over his last 4 starts with 20 strikeouts and just 3 walks as Bush fouls another one out of play off to the left, 0-2. Opponents hitting just 171 against Francis over those 4 starts. Defensively for the Blue Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at first, Spencer Horwitz at second, Ernie Clement at short, and Addison Barger at third. And with the defensive alignment on the infield right now, the Blue Jays essentially vacating the third base position. The 0-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Another splitter. So back-to-back strikeouts for Francis to begin the bottom of the first inning.
Well, now you know, as a left-handed hitter, you're going to see a bunch of those. And there's been a few that have been very good and a few that have just kind of tossed up there. But he's still got the good fastball, mid-90s. Speed Gun today, powered by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Suzuki at the plate, and he looks at a ball outside. A slider that missed, 1-0. Francis is a big man, 6'5", 220 pounds, a native of Tallahassee, Florida. And that's why he's got the first name Bowden. He's named after the legendary Florida State football coach, Bobby Bowden, as Suzuki swings and misses. 1-1 the count.
How about that?
That's respect, right?
I guess, yeah.
Here's the pitch, up high. So 2-1. Bowden won 2 national titles at Florida State. At one point, 33 consecutive winning seasons with the Seminoles football team. College Football Hall of Famer, the late Bobby Bowden. The 2-1 is in there for a strike, a slider that spins into the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bowden, originally drafted by Milwaukee in 2017, a 7th-round pick. He kicks and delivers, and Suzuki, an awkward swing and a foul at the plate. Just got a piece of that splitter, 2-2. And Francis went from Milwaukee to Toronto in the deal that sent Rowdy Tellez to the Brewers back in 2021. In the outfield for the Blue Jays, Davis Schneider in left, Joey Loperfido in center, George Springer in right, and the catcher today is Brian Servin. Francis deals. Suzuki swings and misses at a fastball, strike 3, as Francis strikes out the side here in the first. After 1, Cubs and Blue Jays scoreless on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It offers flexible spending capacity that adapts to your business. You can also earn up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is, and it's why their Harding Siding is the #1 brand of siding in America. Trusted by homeowners and pros on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, Hardy Fiber Cement Siding gives homes lasting beauty with industry-leading protection against fire, water, pest, and more. James Hardy has everything you need to get started, from free siding samples, personalized 3D home renders, and a contractor network to quote your project. Visit jameshardy.com today to request more information.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. and you're feeling thirsty, head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Tired of sifting through countless supplements? Unsure of what's actually effective? Introducing Legion, the choice of over 800,000 discerning fitness enthusiasts. With all natural products, clinically effective ingredients, doses, and hassle-free money-back guarantee, you can achieve your fitness goals without the unnecessary guesswork. Say goodbye to wasted efforts and hello to results. With Legion, you don't need supplements to build muscle, lose fat, or get healthy, but the right ones can help. Visit LegionAthletics.com. Go to LegionAthletics.com to get 20% off your order now.
The second inning is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Remember, on Southwest, 2 bags fly free. Here's Zach Zaidman.
Matt Spiegel, thank you. Addison Barger leads things off for the Blue Jays here in the top half of the second inning, and he takes a fastball for a strike from Shota Imanaga. 0-1 the count. Scoreless ball game after 1. Wind blowing from left to right here on an overcast day at Wrigley Field. The 0-1 delivery is a breaking ball outside. 1-1 the count. Barger hitting at 176. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Imanaga. High leg kick and pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. You know, we've talked so much about Shota, who's been fantastic this season. But something that I don't think we talk enough about is just the pitch delivery. He has the hesitation at the top of his balance point before he delivers the pitch with the leg kick. As Imanaga is doing it right now, here comes the pitch. Breaking ball outside, 2-2 the count. From a hitting perspective, what does that do to you when a pitcher does that, hesitates with the kick?
Well, I told you earlier today that's the whole idea. Is for him, it's a balance point thing, and it's slow. You know, it tries to throw off a little bit of the timing of the hitter. As that high fastball goes right past hitter. You know, and that's what it does. It gets you kind of locked into a spot where you're sitting there waiting, and you got to try to find that time to get loaded. As you're starting to get a little rain here at Wrigley, and the fans are quickly exiting the lower level.
So Barger swings and misses. Strike 3, 1 away, and the batter now Davis Schneider. He looks at a fastball for a strike, 0-1. The wind picking up, moving from left to right as the rain begins to fall. You're on a gloomy-looking afternoon at the moment at Wrigley Field. The next pitch, a check swing. Did he go on appeal? Alan Porter says no, so the count now 1-1.
So we were told earlier today that this rain would not affect the game much at all. They didn't say much about the fans, and it's affecting them pretty well.
A splitter on the inner half for a strike to Schneider, 1-2. Yeah, so it's coming down. It's a steady rain at the moment. And obviously they're playing through it. Here comes the 1-2. Schneider pops it up. Right side on the outfield grass now in foul territory. It's Bush, the first baseman, who makes the catch on one knee right near the side track. That gives you an indication of the way the wind is playing here today. 2 away.
Excellent job by Michael to stay with that pop-up, and the wind really takes this ball. The wind is blowing in from straight left, kind of towards the right field foul pole. But any ball that's hit up high like that in the infield is going to get blown a good 30 feet towards first base. Michael Bush was not the original guy that was going to field that ball, but he ended up being the guy that was going to catch it.
Joey Loper-Fito at the plate takes a ball outside from Imanaga. The count 1-0. Scoreless game, top 2 away. Cubs and Blue Jays, the finale of a 3-game set. Shota deals, and the pitch is bounced foul off to the right by Loper-Fito. 1-1. The Cubs count on Granger's help to keep the ballpark running. To get the products you need, call, click Granger.com, or stop by. Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. Lefty-lefty matchup. Imanaga delivers a breaking ball high and tight as Loper-Fito has to spin out of the way. 2-1. Lost the helmet.
Yeah, non-purpose pitch inside. This ball just kind of squirts out of his hand. It's a curve ball and stays well up and in.
Loper-Fito back in the box. He digs in. Imanaga kicks and delivers. And a high fly ball hit to deep right. Bellinger going back in the well at the track, looks up, and this one's gone. The Blue Jays strike first. Joey Loperfido with a home run to right field. 1-0 Toronto here in the second.
Now this pitch is up in the zone, and that's where teams have done their damage against Shota if he makes the mistake in the middle of the plate. And that pitch definitely up. Loperfido does a pretty good job. It's a fastball, and it's chest high. I told you they were going to be on that high fastball, and they're going to be swinging at it. And if they get something they can handle, that's the only pitch really I would assume they feel like they got a real good chance at, and he put a good swing on that one.
Brian Servin fouls one at the plate, 0-1 the count. A 409-foot drive to straight right by Joey Loperfido gives Toronto a 1-0 lead here with 2 away in the second inning. Loperfido, a 25-year-old out of Duke. He was one of the Astros' top prospects before being traded over to Toronto at the trading deadline. Servin pops it up, foul out of play off to the right. 0-2.
I just wonder now if Shota is going to end up making a little bit of an adjustment in his way of attacking hitters. And if you're going to see him, he's going to stay up the top of the zone a lot.
That pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. And we'll continue this on the other side. It's a 1-0 lead for Toronto. Middle 2 here at Wrigley Field on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It's packed with benefits to help unlock more value from your business purchases. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is, and it's why their Harding Siding is the #1 brand of siding in America. Trusted by homeowners and pros on over 10 million homes from coast to coast. Hardie Fiber Cement Siding gives homes lasting beauty with industry-leading protection against fire, water, pest, and more. James Hardie has everything you need to get started, from free siding samples, personalized 3D home renders, and a contractor network to quote your project. Visit jameshardie.com today to request more information.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Tired of sifting through countless supplements? Unsure of what's actually effective? Introducing Legion, the choice of over 800,000 discerning fitness enthusiasts. With all natural products, clinically effective ingredients, doses, and hassle-free money-back guarantee, you can achieve your fitness goals without the unnecessary guesswork. Say goodbye to wasted efforts and hello to results with Legion. You don't need supplements to build muscle, lose fat, or get healthy, but the right ones can help. Visit LegionAthletics.com. Go to LegionAthletics.com to get 20% off your order now.
Today is the last day to get your 50-50 raffle tickets with the current jackpot well over $120,000. Get your tickets now through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle or from a Wrigley Field raffle ambassador through the 8th inning. Here's Zach.
Speaks, thank you. Cody Bellinger swings and misses in a fastball from Bowden Francis to begin the bottom half of the second inning. Toronto with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. The finale of a 3-game set. Bellinger at 274. He's got 13 home runs, 48 RBIs, left-handed batter, upright stance, very little bend at the knees. The right-hander Francis works on the extreme third base side of the rubber. And the pitch. Outside, 1-1. So before the break, Kuhn, we were talking about Shota Imanaga, and you mentioned that the Blue Jays are on the high fastball, and if you were Shota, you'd make an adjustment.
Yeah, so what I'm watching and just kind of eyeballing as that pitch just misses inside, another splitter to belly. Everybody, the damage that's being done against Shota, and it's not much, right? So, you don't want to make too much of a change because there's no reason to. He has pitched very well.
Bellinger pops it up, left side, foul out of play, 2-2.
And when I mean very well, I mean he's an all-star. He's dealing. So you don't want to make much of a change. But when you see the opposing team in all the teams now lately going after him in a certain way of attacking him, you can make a slight adjustment and steal some strikes
in key situations.
Bellinger swings and pops another one foul out of play, this time off to the right.
A lot like he was doing that, a while ago with the curveball, right? All of a sudden he started mixing in a few more breaking balls, and then you steal a strike because they're just not ready for that, and they just take it. I think that's going to happen now with his two-seam fastball, where he runs a fastball down once in a while, and they're just not prepared for it.
Ground ball, diving stop at second by Horowitz from his knee. The throw to first in time. That was a close play at first base. An emphatic out call by the first base umpire, Alan Porter. Now let's see if the Cubs elect to challenge this play. Correct counsel saying, hold on for a sec. Yep, and the Cubs are electing to challenge this play.
Because it's an emphatic call does not mean it's a right call. And correct counsel is going to challenge this call. Belly, I thought he was safe going down the line just from the normal speed of the play, but it was close. Excellent play at second base by Horowitz. I thought that had base hit written all over it, and he made a very nice play and a good strong throw to Guerrero at first. Now this is really close. This is closer than I thought, actually. It's one of those plays where you almost go, where's the tie?
And it's one of those where you worry because the call on the field was out. Is there enough to overturn? If it was the other way, you'd have the same issue.
I think they're going to overturn it, but this is much closer than I thought it would be.
They're taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine as we wait for the replay center in New York City to let Alan Porter know what the deal is.
The call on the field stands. The runner is out. Chicago loses their challenge.
Yeah, very close call at first base, and I think if he was called safe originally, he would still be safe. It really is determined. Pretty good camera work, too, by our guys with Marquis. When do you consider it a catch? When the ball hits the back of the glove? That was one of those that was that close.
So one down, Nico Horner at the plate. First pitch swinging, and he grounds one foul off to the left, 0-1. Mark down the last play, 4-3 as Bellinger is retired. One down, bottom two. Toronto with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. Joey Loperfido with a solo shot in the top half of this frame.
I think Counts is probably a little upset that they challenged this too. You roll the dice, and it's just early in the game, and that play did not dictate whether you score a run or, so you try not to burn your challenge early in the ball game on a play that does not affect a run. But I still think it was a tie kind of, and, that could have easily been a safe call.
Last pitch, low and outside. So 1-1 the count now on Nico. Francis, high leg kick and pitch. Fouled away off to the right, out of play, 1-2. Got to play the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Yesterday, we started with the back row. I think today we're going to start with the front row here in the broadcast booth as Nico waits for the 1-2. Here it comes. That's up high. 2-2 the count. Coom, do you want to go first?
No, you can. I did yesterday. There you
go. I will go 38,500.
It's about what it was yesterday, right?
The 2-2, a swing and a miss, strike three. Horner's retired, 2 away here in the bottom half of the second inning. Blue Jays up 1-0. Yeah, it was 38,755 yesterday.
I'm going to say 38,200.
All right. We've got Matt Spiegel and our talented engineer, the maestro Paul Zarang, up in the second row. Spiegs, what's your guess?
I'm going to go 38,670. 38,670.
As Swanson looks at a ball low and outside. So everyone playing the squeeze game here today in the booth.
We're feeling a little tight on you there,
yeah, I know. My goodness. No one does that to Pat, but I'm not Pat. Here's the pitch. This is a ground ball hit to short, fielded on a high hop by Clement. His throw to first is in time to get Swanson. That's out number 3. And we head to the third inning with the Blue Jays leading the Cubs 1-0. We'll continue the attendance game on the other side on the Score, the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Mully and Haw. Mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Score.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. You can earn 4 times points on your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, like transit, U.S. restaurants, and gas stations. That's the powerful backing of American Express. 4 times points on up to $150,000 in purchases per year. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
James Hardy knows how important your home is. That's why they made America's #1 brand of siding. Trusted by homeowners in over 10 million homes from coast to coast. Siding from James Hardy gives your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. James Hardy also knows how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. James Hardy, siding with your home team. Visit jameshardy.com to request more information today.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Tired of sifting through countless supplements? Unsure of what's actually effective? Introducing Legion, the choice of over 800,000 discerning fitness enthusiasts. With all natural products, clinically effective ingredients, doses, and hassle-free money-back guarantee, you can achieve your fitness goals without the unnecessary guesswork. Say goodbye to wasted efforts and hello to results. With Legion, you don't need supplements to build muscle, lose fat, or get healthy, but the right ones can help. Visit LegionAthletics.com. Go to LegionAthletics.com to get 20% off your order now.
The third inning is sponsored by Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field. Call, click Grainger.com or just stop by. Here's Zach Zaidman.
Matt, thank you. Top 3, George Springer at the plate, a 1-0 lead for the Blue Jays. Shota Imanaga deals in his first pitch in their first strike, 0-1. Springer flat out to center field to begin the ball game, 0 for 1 today. We still need a guess from our engineer, Paul Zarang, in the attendance game as Imanaga deals. Springer swings and misses. Fooled him with a changeup, 0-2.
37,000 from Paul, 922. 37,922.
All right, so good luck, everyone, in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. The next pitch is looped to left. It'll drop in for a base hit. So Springer leads off the third for Toronto with a single to left.
Springer gets, gotta believe those are split fingers. I don't know about changeups, but they're off-speed pitches nevertheless. Back to back, he stayed on that last one and just hooked it in the left field for a base hit.
So now the batter, Ernie Clement, with a man at first and no one out here in the third. The pitch, Clement shows bunt, pulls it back and takes a strike, 0-1. Clement, the shortstop, struck out swinging in the first. Hitting at .271 on the year, 7 home runs, 36 RBIs. Right-handed batter hits out of a crouch, shows bunt again, and bunts it foul down the third base line, 0-2.
Not quite sure about that. That's kind of an odd one. He showed bunt first time and shows it again, not showing it like a sacrifice bunt, like he's trying to bunt for a base hit.
By the way, it stopped raining. The sun beginning to peek through the clouds here at Wrigley Field. Wind blowing hard from left to right. Here's the 0-2. Clement swings. Fouls out of play off to the right. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs and all of Chicago's teams. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Score. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Ernie Clement looks at a ball outside. 1-2 the count. We're in the top half of the third here at Wrigley Field alongside Ron Coomer. Zach Zaidman in for Pat today. Toronto with a 1-0 lead. No one out, a man at first. Ernie Clement at the plate. The 1-2, a dribbler back to the mound, fielded by Imanaga. He'll throw to first. in time to get Clement advancing to second base as Springer one away.
Good choice and decision by Imanaga, as this ball's a little cue shot on the split finger right back to the middle. He could have went to second base. It would have been a close play. Everything had to work perfectly to get Springer at second. I like the idea. You got a base open. Now you pitch to Vladdy, to Guerrero, and you can walk him if you want, pitch around him somewhat, and move on from there.
Guerrero looks at a ball outside, 1-0 the count.
I would be shocked if Guerrero gets something to hit in this at-bat. He is one of those guys, when you have your pitchers meeting, you just say, when you look at this Toronto lineup, if we can help it, we do not want him to affect the ballgame.
The next pitch is a cold strike. Looked like Shota took something off that one. 1-1 the count. Guerrero, a powerful right-handed batter, hitting at .319. He's got 25 home runs. Man at second, one away. 1-0 Toronto here in the third. Pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2.
Excellent breaking ball from Shota.
Now, is that what you were talking about earlier in terms of throwing some breaking stuff when people are looking for the high stuff from Shota? Here's the 1-2. A ground ball hit deep short. Sliding stop. Swanson gets up on his feet. The throw to first in time to get Guerrero. Excellent play. 2 away.
Nice play by Dansby. This ball's hitting the hole. And instead of backhanding this ball kind of conventionally and just planting and throwing, Dansby likes to go into the slide. This one, a very good play. Not quite as difficult as some of the others that we've seen, because he gets to this ball in good shape, but plants that right foot. And the impressive thing, too, he throws this ball a dart across the diamond. Very nice play by Dansby.
Alejandro Kirk fouls one off the screen. 0-1 the count. 2 away here in the top of the third. Blue Jays 1, Cubs nothing. Springer at second base. Kirk singled his last time up.
But I think for Shota, what to me is everybody's on his high fastball, and any pitch up there attacking. If he starts throwing some low two-seamers, he's going to get a lot of takes on that fastball down here if he just mixes them in on occasion when he needs it.
That pitch inside. 1-1 the count with Kirk at the plate. Stocky right-handed batter hits out of a crouch. The left-hander Imanaga on the first base side of the rubber. He looks at second. That's where Springer is. And the pitch is inside. 2-1.
Try to go back inside to Kirk. Just missed the inside corner. Best velocity of a fastball he's thrown today at 93.
Now the 2-1. Foul back. So it's 2-2 on Kirk. Calls time. Steps out of the box. Adjusts his red batting gloves. Now adjusts the batting helmet. Begins to dig in. Taps home plate with his amber bat. And he's ready. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Second deck off to the right. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. 1-0 Toronto with 2 away here in the top of the third and a man at second base. Kirk waits. Imanaga sets. And the 2-2 delivery. Popped up right side foul territory. Bush giving chase, but this one is out of play behind the Blue Jays first base dugout. So they'll do it again. Imanaga last time out in Cleveland last Monday went just 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, only 3 of them earned on 7 hits, a walk and 3 strikeouts. Here's the 2-2 in the dirt, blocked by Amaya. Springer stays at second base. It's a full count with Kirk at the plate. But overall, Imanaga has done extremely well, Coom, against American League teams in particular. 7 starts prior to today against AL ball clubs, a 2.27 ERA for Shota. And now the payoff pitch. Kirk pops it up on the infield right side. Horner and Bush converge. It's the second baseman, Horner, who makes the catch on the dirt about halfway between first and second for out number 3. Springer stranded at second. Middle 3. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Cubs nothing on The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score, official radio home of the Cubs.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. You can earn 4 times points on your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, like transit, U.S. restaurants, and gas stations. That's the powerful backing of American Express. 4 times points on up to $150,000 in purchases per year. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
James Hardie knows how important your home is. That's why they made America's #1 brand of siding. Trusted by homeowners in over 10 million homes from coast to coast. Siding from James Hardie gives your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. James Hardie also knows how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. James Hardie, siding with your home team. Visit jameshardie.com to request more information today.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Tired of sifting through countless supplements? Unsure of what's actually effective? Introducing Legion, the choice of over 800,000 discerning fitness enthusiasts. With all natural products, clinically effective ingredients, doses, and hassle-free money-back guarantee, you can achieve your fitness goals without the unnecessary guesswork. Say goodbye to wasted efforts and hello to results. With Legion, you don't need supplements to build muscle, lose fat, or get healthy, but the right ones can help. Visit LegionAthletics.com. Go to LegionAthletics.com to get 20% off your order now.
Pete Crow Armstrong is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. 4 strikeouts through 2 innings for Bowden Francis. Here's Zach Zaidman.
Speaks thanks, and Crow Armstrong shows bunt, pulls it back. Doesn't matter. It's called strike, a fastball. 0-1 the count. The third baseman Barger playing in on the infield grass. PCA, a left-handed batter. The next pitch by Francis is grounded foul off to the right. So Crow Armstrong in the hole, 0-2. PCA has been hot lately, batting better than 300 over his last 19 games. 3 doubles, 3 triples, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, 9 runs scored, and 5 steals. That's packing the box score. Here's the 0-2 delivery, and that's up high and outside. 1-2 the count. Toronto with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs here in the bottom half of the third inning. PCA, the number 7 hitter, to be followed by Patrick Wisdom, the third baseman, and Miguel Amaya, the catcher. Francis steals the 1-2, pulled on the ground, foul off to the right. And when we started this game today, it was an overcast sky, really gloomy and gray. It rained a little bit early on in the game, and now it's cleared up. And it's partly cloudy, a lot of sunshine. Here's the 1-2. Pulled foul out of play off to the right by Crow Armstrong.
Just give it an hour. It's been one of them weekends here at the Friendly Confine.
Yeah, I think we've seen a little of everything except for snow.
Shh, don't say that word.
No chance. No chance. Here comes the 1-2. A ground ball hit to first, fielded by Guerrero. He races to the bag. I think he started out with a little bit of a jog and then realized, PCA is barreling down the first base line. Got to pick it up, and he did. 1 away.
Yeah, and he wasn't getting any help from the pitcher, Bowden. Bowden sees that ball and kind of casually jogged over there, and Guerrero that's the wrong guy to be taken for granted with the speed of Pete Crow Armstrong.
So 1 down, bottom 3, Toronto with a 1-0 lead. Patrick Wisdom digs in, hitting for the first time today. Powerful right-handed batter. He's got 6 home runs. And the pitch. That's up high, 1-0 the count. As you mentioned, Coom, earlier, Wisdom, a late replacement into the starting lineup for Isaac Paredes, who was scratched with right shoulder discomfort. Now the 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Wisdom.
Patrick with the designer bat. It looks like the kids may have had a crayon and helped him.
And a high fly ball into shallow center. Coming in, fighting the sun, Loper Fido. He can't find the ball, and now out of nowhere, coming in all the way from right field and making the catch in right center is Springer, the right fielder. Man, oh man, the wind took that one for a ride. There were 4 different Toronto players in the area. The center fielder, Loper Fido, coming in. The second baseman, Horwitz, drifting back. Guerrero came from the first base position, and it was the right fielder, Springer, who makes the play.
You got the one thing about this, when the ball goes up and it's a breezy day like this, the last thing you want to do is call that ball early.
Amaya swings, drills one deep left center field. This may go. It is going to be caught, though, right near the wall by the left fielder, Davis Schneider, as the wind knocks that one down for out number 3. It's still a 1-0 lead for Toronto as we head to the 4th on The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows our great paint savings mean you can get the colors you want at prices you'll love. Right now, get 20% off 1-gallon cans and 5-gallon pails of Valspar Defense paint or Cabot stain. Shop now because it's the perfect time to make one. Selection varies by location. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. You can earn 4 times points on your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, like transit, U.S. restaurants, and gas stations. That's the powerful backing of American Express. 4 times points on up to $150,000 in purchases per year. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is, and it's why their Harding Siding is the #1 brand of siding in America. Trusted by homeowners and pros on over 10 million homes from coast to coast. Hardie Fiber Cement Siding gives homes lasting beauty with industry-leading protection against fire, water, pest, and more. James Hardie has everything you need to get started, from free siding samples, personalized 3D home renders, and a contractor network to quote your project. Visit jameshardie.com today to request more information.
The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you are good to go. Good to see the Rays beating the D-backs by the score of 5-0 bottom 6.
As Spencer Horwitz speeds, looks at a breaking ball for a strike to begin the top half of the 4th inning.
Marlins up on the Mets 3-2. In fact, that one is now final. So a couple of wild card teams losing. Dodgers and Cardinals still scoreless.
Thank you. Here's the 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Horowitz. We are in the top half of the 4th inning. Blue Jays with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. Horowitz flied out to right field his first time up. He's 0 for 1. A left-handed batter. Shota Imanaga deals. Swing and a miss. 1-2. A big thank you to Stella Blue Coffee and Barstool Big Cat for being the official coffee sponsor of Cubs Radio and providing us with a great assortment of coffee. I had the light roast this morning. They call it the positive vibes. I'm feeling kind of good. Here comes the 1-2. A tapper back to the mound, fielded by Imanaga with the backhand, and is tossed to first in time. Horowitz retired. 1 away here in the top half of the 4th inning. With each purchase of Stella Blue Coffee, proceeds go to Paws Chicago, helping pets in the Chicagoland area. You can now buy Stella Blue Coffee at Mariano's, Jewel, Pick and Save, Metro Market. Order online at StellaBlueCoffee.com or Amazon Prime. Stella Blue Coffee, it's time to take back your mornings. 1 down, top 4. Blue Jays up 1-0. Addison Barger at the plate, left-handed hitter. And the pitch. It's a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Shota's given up 3 hits today. One of them a solo job to Joey Loperfido in the second. The 0-1, swing and a miss.
That was the hard split finger from Shota. That one, 89 miles an hour.
Barger digs in. Hitting at 175 after striking out his first time up, and looks at a ball way outside, 1-2. Wind appears to have picked up even more as we speak, whipping from left to right at the moment. And the pitch. That's low and outside, 2-2.
Yeah, that ball that Amaya hit to end the last inning hit pretty well. On a normal day, that has a chance of going out of the ballpark, but it was hit, and the wind is substantial now, blowing in from left field.
Barger swings and misses at a splitter. Strike 3, 2 away.
Pretty good split once again from Shota. This one really backs up on Barger. This starts out looking like a fastball at the belt, ends up a split finger at the knees. Excellent pitch.
So 2 down, and the batter is Davis Schneider, the left fielder. Shota deals. And that's a called strike. Slow-moving breaking ball that floated into the zone, 0-1. Schneider using a neon green bat. That pitch up high, 1-1. And you said you weren't into the neon green shoes. Schneider's got white cleats today. Would you use a neon-colored bat, any color?
I would get involved in the designing of a bat. I could see doing that. I don't necessarily know if I'd want to look like the Green Hornet, but we would be interested in doing something.
Well, he's taking a little shot there. What would a coon dog bat look like?
I have not given that much thought at all in life, but
the pitch. Called strike 3. Schneider frozen with a splitter as the Blue Jays go down in order here in the top half of the 4th inning. Middle 4. Give you a chance to think during the commercial break. Toronto with a 1-0 lead on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Bernstein and Holmes, 10 a.m. to 2 on the score.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Tired of sifting through countless supplements? Unsure of what's actually effective? Introducing Legion, the choice of over 800,000 discerning fitness enthusiasts. With all natural products, clinically effective ingredients, doses, and hassle-free money-back guarantee, you can achieve your fitness goals without the unnecessary guesswork. Say goodbye to wasted efforts and hello to results. With Legion, you don't need supplements to build muscle, lose fat, or get healthy, but the right ones can help. Visit LegionAthletics.com. Go to LegionAthletics.com to get 20% off your order now.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It offers flexible spending capacity that adapts to your business. You can also earn up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is, and it's why their Harding Siding is the #1 brand of siding in America. Trusted by homeowners and pros on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, Hardie Fiber Cement Siding gives homes lasting beauty with industry-leading protection against fire, water, pest, and more. James Hardie has everything you need to get started, from free siding samples, personalized 3D home renders, and a contractor network to quote your project. Visit jameshardie.com today to request more information.
The league leaders are sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Looking at the best starting pitchers around baseball, it's Chris Sale and Dylan Cease atop the strikeout leaderboard at 187 and 186. Tariq Skubal, #1 with a 2.53 ERA. Our own Shota Imanaga, 10th there with a 3.14. Zach?
Thank you very much. That's 4th best in the National League as Ian Happ looks at a strike to begin the bottom half of the 4th inning here at Wrigley Field. Blue Jays with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. 9 up, 9 down so far for the Cubs against Bowden Francis, 28-year-old right-hander, who works on the third base side of the rubber. The next pitch is hit high in the air. Right field, shallow, coming in. Springer fighting the sun, and he makes the catch. 1 away.
Again, put a pretty good swing on that pitch. Just didn't quite square it up. Hit it a mile in the air. Springer always been a solid defender. He's already made one play to bail out the infielders on that pop-up and did a nice job of dealing with the conditions to make that catch.
So one away, Michael Busch at the plate. 1-0 Blue Jays here in the fourth. Busch, an awkward swing and a miss at the first delivery, a fastball from Francis. The fourth inning is sponsored by Wintrust, the exclusive home of Cubs checking. Joey Loperfido with a solo shot in the second for Toronto. The pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2 now on Busch. Francis coming off a dominant outing last time out in Anaheim against the Angels last Monday. 7 strong innings. The pitch is low and inside, 1-2. Gave up just 1 hit and 1 run.
Yeah, it was the strikeout numbers that were impressive his last 2 starts. And to me, the other thing, too, and he's doing it a little bit today, is he's pitching backwards a little bit. A lot of off-speed pitches early, and then the good fastball.
Tapper, left side, barehanded by Barger. Across the body throw, not in time. Busch infield single. It's the first hit of the ball game for the Cubs. The Blue Jays were shifting, and Busch, with an check swing, was able to take advantage.
Yeah, it's the little off-speed pitch. Michael tries to check the swing and just rolls this ball out at the vacated spot at third base, and it'll be a base hit for the Cubs.
Yeah, you'll take it, right, when you don't have a hit?
No matter what, you always take the hits. Yeah. Wish he's not throwing that one back, that's for sure.
Seiya Suzuki at the plate. Looks at a strike from Francis, a slider that spins into the zone, 0-1. Suzuki, the Cubs' designated hitter today, struck out swinging in the first, 0-1. Right-handed batter hits out of a crouch, extends the hands high over home plate, and the 0-1. Looped in the shallow center, racing in is Loperfido, and that one drops in front of him for a base hit. So back-to-back soft singles, and the Cubs have something mounting here in the fourth. Busch at second, Suzuki at first, only 1 away, and Cody Bellinger due up.
Well, you don't have any hits early, and right away you get a couple of them. This little jam shot on the fastball up, and just a little looper right over the middle of the field, and ends up a base hit.
Cubs right in the heart of their lineup, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book a low fare today at southwest.com.
Like now you need a big swing of the bat from Cody.
Bellinger grounded out to second at his first at-bat. He's 0-1. The Cubs clean up man today. Here's the pitch. Up high, 1-0. A reminder, the pitch clock is powered by Work Zone Safety. Make sure you follow Work Zone signs. It's not a game. Men at first and second with just 1 away. Here's the pitch. Bellinger pulls one foul off the netting to the right. 1-1. Cody 1 for 8 in this series, but that one was a 2-run home run on Friday. This is game number 16 since coming off the injured list for Bellinger. A long set, the 1-1. Bellinger pulls another one foul off to the right. Just in front of Cubs first base coach Mike Napoli. Took one bounce, smashed off the tarpaulin off to the right. 1-2.
Belly right on time with these last 2 pitches. This is a slider inside. He hammers this ball foul. Only fouled by about 4 or 5 feet, but boy, we're talking about right on time.
Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the 1-2. Bellinger pops it up behind home plate near the Cubs on deck circle. Does the catcher have a play? Yes, Servin does. He makes the catch for out number 2 as Bellinger pops out.
That's when you're cheering for the wind. Come on, wind, blow that ball into the seats. It was blowing it, but it's just not quite enough to get to the stands or even hit the netting behind home plate.
So 2 on, 2 out for the Cubs here in the last of the fourth, and Nico Horner will dig in. He struck out swinging in the second. Infield single for Michael Busch. He's at second. Loop single to center for Suzuki. He's at first. Nico digs in. Right-handed batter hits out of a crouch. Stands deep in the box. Francis steals. And a ground ball hit to short, fielded on a high hop by the shortstop. Clement is tossed to second. Is not in time. It was a ball that kind of hit the ground before it hit the glove of the second baseman, Horwitz. And the Cubs catch a break. They've got the bases loaded now with 2 away.
So it's a routine ground ball to short. A little too hopper. Clement fields it. But in the transfer of the ball to hand, he loses the handle on it and then just has to just kind of direct it towards second base. This ball bounces into second. And because of that, it loses velocity to throw. And Suzuki hustling just barely beats the throw. Excellent hustle by Suzuki. And that's just called not taking anything for granted and playing the game the right way. Seiya beats that flip that ended up being kind of it's got to be an error. And the Cubs now with the bases loaded and 2 outs and Dansby at the plate.
Yeah, so Nico reaches on a fielder's choice, E6, the reason that Suzuki is safe at second base. Either way, Cubs have the bases loaded right now with 2 away, and Dansby Swanson due up. Cubs down by 1. It's Toronto with a 1-0 lead here in the last of the 4th inning.
Boy, now base hit right here, and that really pays off the hustle of Seiya Suzuki. This would be huge for the Cubs.
Swanson grounded out to short his first time up. He's 0 for 1.
Outfielders for Toronto in this game are really playing shallow. Because the wind is blowing in so hard, they're trying to take away the short base hit in front of them.
Busch at third, Suzuki at second, Horner at first. So good speed on the bases for the Cubs. 2 away, last of the 4th, Swanson at the plate. Cubs down by 1. Bowden Francis, the right-hander, kicks and fires inside.
Jim Wolf did something very good, the veteran umpire. He came out from behind home plate and went to Bowden and said, okay, tell me what you're doing. So are you establishing a set position or are you pitching from the windup? And made it very plain.
The next pitch is a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
And we didn't like that call from Jim Wolf. Thought that pitch was away, and I agree with him. So slider away. But this way you don't run into the same issue that Alan Porter out of nowhere calls a balk with the bases loaded. So, at least Jim Wolf has presence being a veteran umpire to do the right thing.
A 1-1, a big rip and a miss by Swanson at a fastball 1-2. You're talking about that play in the opener with Hector
2 days
Neris.
ago. Yeah, it made no sense at all. You don't make a call like that. You wait until the bases, until the biggest key moment of the game, and then you make a call like that. Every baseball person in baseball would say that's just bad judgment.
Swanson
by Alan Porter
fouls it back. Coom off the screen, 1-2. Do the managers the next day have a conversation with the umpires
to try? You can't talk to that. There's not. If you're going to make that call, he doesn't understand our game. That's just what the managers would say. If you're willing to do that, you don't understand the importance of what's going on around you.
Swanson
and that's what they would say. Yeah, that's what they would say. Those are the things that make managers crazy in their office after a ball game, where you just shake your head. Yeah,
I can hear it in your voice.
Oh yeah, I've been there. Yeah, it's not good.
All right, 1-2 the count. Bases loaded for the Cubs. 2 away. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. A splitter that apparently got the inside edge. Swanson does not like the call, and the Cubs leave the bases loaded to end the 4th. Toronto with a 1-0 lead as we head to inning number 5 on the Score, the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Bernstein and Holmes, 10 a.m. until 2 on the Score.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. You can earn 4 times points on your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, like transit, U.S. restaurants, and gas stations. That's the powerful backing of American Express. 4 times points on up to $150,000 in purchases per year. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
James Hardy knows how important your home is. That's why they made America's #1 brand of siding. Trusted by homeowners in over 10 million homes from coast to coast. Siding from James Hardy gives your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. James Hardy also knows how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. James Hardy, siding with your home team. Visit jameshardy.com to request more information today.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Tired of sifting through countless supplements? Unsure of what's actually effective? Introducing Legion, the choice of over 800,000 discerning fitness enthusiasts. With all natural products, clinically effective ingredients, doses, and hassle-free money-back guarantee, you can achieve your fitness goals without the unnecessary guesswork. Say goodbye to wasted efforts and hello to results. With Legion, you don't need supplements to build muscle, lose fat, or get healthy, but the right ones can help. Visit LegionAthletics.com. Go to LegionAthletics.com to get 20% off your order now.
We are coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Matt Spiegel here with you alongside Ron Coomer. Shota Imanaga's first pitch to Joey Loperfido is a slider in there for a strike. Loperfido responsible for the lone run in this one. 1-0 Blue Jays, top of the fifth. Loperfido a home run back in the second. The 0-1 is hit hard on the ground towards first. Michael Busch has got it. He'll toss over to Shota. Does a nice job covering. One away, 3-1 in your scorebook.
Nice play by Bushy going over. This is a play that would have been a difficult play for Nico. So good decision by Michael Busch to go get this ball. Shota does a nice job as a left-hander to get off that mound in a hurry. And the Cubs get the first out of the inning.
The Potawatomi Casino Hotel fifth inning is what you're in the middle of. Light up your senses. Loperfido, one of the great minor league players in all of baseball last year, and then acquired and homered for the Blue Jays against Shota. Now Brian Servin, the catcher, a former Cub, takes the first pitch for a ball from Shota Imanaga. 1-0 Blue Jays as the sun is out in the fifth. Servin takes a fastball in there for a strike, count even at 1. It was hazy, then it was raining, now it's sunny. We'll check back in 10 minutes. In the meantime, it's 1-1, and that ball is popped foul off to the right side and out of play. Ron Coomer, Brian Servin, a former Cub, briefly, a waiver claim in January from Toronto, played in Colorado last year. Has bounced around a little bit. How's Shota look to you? 5 strikeouts through 4, giving up 3 hits.
He's looked very good. I think he's looked very much like Shota. He's had good command of his fastball. He's had excellent split finger today.
The 1-2 to Brian Servin is hit towards right in the air, sliding over is Bellinger and makes the catch. A hard line drive to right by Brian Servin and kind of tailed off towards Cody Bellinger. He made a nice play.
Servin gets this fastball in the middle of the plate and hammers this ball at Belly, but Belly makes a nice play.
Here's George Springer with 2 down and nobody on in the fifth. 1-0 Toronto. Takes the first pitch from Shota in there for a strike. 0-1. Springer with a single in the third inning. Has picked it up of late. He's got an 840 OPS in his last 43 games, the longtime Astro. The 0-1 is high and outside for a ball.
Yeah, this guy, World Series MVP. He's a lot of playoff experience, really good veteran player, just having a rough year this year offensively.
The 1-1 is popped foul off to the right and out of play.
As you said, been better lately. But, only hitting 220 on the year, that's, he's one of those guys that they were hoping was going to help them turn the corner and really, where Toronto takes that next step. That has not happened, and they have started unloading players.
1-2 coming to Springer, and that is high and away. Yeah, you've been talking about it during the course of the series, Coom. Toronto, last place team in the American League East, very much at a crossroads, trying to figure out if they're going to rebuild or what.
Yeah, well, they're going to, going into this past off season, there was a lot of talk about them going after everybody. Right?
2-2 to Springer is low and inside.
And you're hearing about that with everybody, that they were in on a lot of players, and now, that season has not turned out the way they would like. And
it's a good point. Shohei Ohtani had an imaginary plane that landed in Toronto in the offseason. Full count now from Shohei Imanaga to George Springer. Is hit on the ground deep in the hole. Dansby, a nice play, a big-time throw, but cannot be scooped up from Michael Busch. A terrific effort from Dansby Swanson, but that throw needed to be a tricky pick from the dirt, and Busch just could not grab it. That should go as an infield single for George Springer.
Yeah, excellent play by Dansby deep in the hole, comes up with a good long throw. Bushy stretches out and tries to pick this ball, and it ends up going past him. Cubs catch a little bit of a break that it does not bounce out of play. And it's one of those for Michael. If he picks this ball, Springer's out.
As Ernie Clement steps in and Shota throws over to first, Michael Busch has made a lot of strides defensively at first base during the course of the year.
He's done a very nice job of working hard at his defense at first base. He has played different positions. That ball's fouled back from Clement. He's played different positions, in his minor league career. And now that he's an everyday first baseman, he's learned the footwork around the bag, which is primary, most important. And he's also made good strides, and he did it this inning, of which balls to go to his right and which ones to retreat on.
The 0-1 to Clement is swung through. A very difficult guy to strike out, but behind 0-2, 1-0 Blue Jays top 5.
And then the final thing is that last pick play. That was not something that came natural to Michael in spring from me watching, and he has worked very hard at it, and now he's very good at it. And that is fun to watch a young player battle, and go through the work, and things work out in his benefit. And now he's established himself as an everyday first baseman.
Spoken like a third baseman who learned to play first later in his career.
You got it.
Coomer.
You got it.
He knows what that work is like. Ernie Clement, second best strikeout rate in all of baseball, behind only Luis Arraez, takes that 0-2 pitch in the dirt, now 1-2. Second toughest man to strike out by strikeout rate in all of baseball.
Well, and then you look at what that brings to the table. And there's a kid that's just under 300 at bats, this season, and he's hitting 270.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you add 40 more punch outs, will you hitting 230?
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Shota doesn't care. Strikes out Ernie Clement to retire the side. George Springer, an infield single, but he is stranded at first. We head to the bottom of the fifth. By the way, that first out is brought to you by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. Well, we go to the bottom of the fifth. A 1-0 Blue Jays lead here on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Listen to every Cubs game all season long right here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. You can earn 4 times points on your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, like transit, U.S. restaurants, and gas stations. That's the powerful backing of American Express. 4 times points on up to $150,000 in purchases per year. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/businessgoldcard.
James Hardy knows how important your home is. That's why they made America's #1 brand of siding. Trusted by homeowners in over 10 million homes from coast to coast. Siding from James Hardy gives your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. James Hardy also knows how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. James Hardy, siding with your home team. Visit jameshardy.com to request more information today.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Tired of sifting through countless supplements, unsure of what's actually effective? Introducing Legion, the choice of over 800,000 discerning fitness enthusiasts. With all natural products, clinically effective ingredients, doses, and hassle-free money-back guarantee, you can achieve your fitness goals without the unnecessary guesswork. Say goodbye to wasted efforts and hello to results. With Legion, you don't need supplements to build muscle, lose fat, or get healthy, but the right ones can help. Visit LegionAthletics.com. Go to LegionAthletics.com to get 20% off your order now.
Wednesday, August 21st is Polish Heritage Night at Wrigley Field. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials will receive a limited edition Cubs and Polish flag cap. Pete Crow Armstrong has stepped in, going against Bowden Francis. Took the first pitch high and away. It's an 0-1 count now, actually, to PCA, who grounds it to first, and once again hustling over unassisted is Vlad Guerrero Jr., well aware of the speed he's dealing with now, Coom.
Vlad, he's like, can you hit it somewhere else so I don't have to sprint to the bag every time? Yeah.
A reminder that strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by your Chicago, Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Once again, the former late career first baseman Ron Cooper imagining life running after a quick young hitter.
Boys, you better get over here.
Patrick Wisdom takes the first pitch low and away for a ball.
It's your ERA, not mine.
That's got to be a daunting feeling. You look up and a Ricky Henderson is running to first base. Patrick Wisdom,
Kenny Lofton, one of them, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is not good.
Swings through the splitter, 1-1.
Yeah. That the only chance you got is running right at the hitter, because I was bigger than them. So if you run right at them, you might, make them detour their route a little.
Patrick Wisdom hits it high in the air, very hard, but straightaway center. Wind is drifting Loperfido over towards his left, but he makes the catch for the second out.
Now, there are some days here at Wrigley, that ball was hit right on the barrel, and we both kind of knew that immediately, and it had that sound. If the wind is blowing the opposite way, that ball is a home run. Today, it's in medium deep center field, and as it starts decelerating and coming back, the wind starts really affecting that ball and bringing it back just to medium deep center field.
As Miguel Amaya takes the first pitch for a strike from Francis, 1-0 Blue Jays, bottom 5. Yeah, the more I've gotten to do this up here, Coom, it's fascinating to try to read the ball off the bat here at Wrigley, especially because you can tell when it's blasted, that one low and away. But as you say, until you factor in the wind, you're not exactly sure how it's going to play.
Yeah, it really is. You've got to create, some space for yourself to give yourself some time to pay attention to the ball and what the wind is doing to it. It's not an easy thing to do.
Swing and a miss on a slider from Bowden Francis by Miguel Amaya. 1-2 the count. Last 4 starts, Francis 2-0 with a 2.49 ERA. You talked about his very good start last time out. The 1-2 to Miguel Amaya coming with 2 down in the 5th. And that is hit on the ground. 3 hops to the shortstop, Clement. He makes a good, strong throw. Nice pick out of the dirt by Vlad Guerrero Jr., and the side is retired. A reminder that all opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Cubs, and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solution. Learn more at sloan.com. 1-0 Blue Jays. We go to the 6th. Zach Zaidman has you here on the Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows our great paint savings mean you can get the colors you want at prices you'll love. Right now, get 20% off 1-gallon cans and 5-gallon pails of Valspar Defense paint or Cabot Stain. Shop now because it's the perfect time to maintain your deck and paint your outdoor spaces. Visit us in-store or online today because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/21. Selection varies by location. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had Leaf Filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/Odyssey first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/Odyssey to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It offers flexible spending capacity that adapts to your business. You can also earn up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant is Leah Adow from Geneva, who will win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $550. If a Northsider hits a home run this inning, you can enter with a QR code at any Chicago area Woodman's. Good luck, Leah. Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant, service and savings, that's Woodman's. Julian Merriweather, the new man on the mound for the Cubs to begin the top half of the sixth inning, and he starts off Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with a fastball low and outside for ball one. Merriweather takes over for the starter Shota Imanaga. The next pitch is bounced foul off to the left inside the Cubs dugout. 1-1 the count on Guerrero, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Shota threw 97 pitches today, Coom. He went 5 innings, giving up 1 run on 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts.
Toronto did a very nice job against him, even though, you don't score a lot of runs. But they ran his pitch count up and got him out of there in 5 innings. And whenever you're facing an all-star pitcher, you know it's going to be a tough task, but they did a decent job of at least, 5 innings and he's out.
A dribbler left of the mound, fielded by Merriweather. His throw to first is low, but fielded cleanly by Bush for out number 1 as Guerrero is retired. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Nice pick by Michael at first base. We were just talking about that last half inning with Matty Spiegel about his work at first base and how well he has done. And that is the play. That was the final step to me for Michael. And he handles that low throw now much, much better than he did at the beginning of spring training when he just hadn't worked on that much. And now he is very good at picking the ball out of the dirt.
Alejandro Kirk looks at a ball low and outside. 1-0 the count to the Blue Jays cleanup man. The next pitch is low, 2-0. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Now the 2-0. Ground ball hit to short. Fielded on a chest-high hop by Swanson. Slings across in time. Kirk retired, 2 away.
And double plays today, as always, turned by the Cubs, sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today at Nissan.
So 2 away, Coom here in the top of the 6th. Toronto with a 1-0 lead, and the batter is Spencer Horwitz, the second baseman, who's 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Righty-lefty matchup, and the pitch, low and inside, 1-0. Horwitz hitting at 262. He's got 6 home runs, 22 RBIs. Merriweather deals. And that's a called strike, 1-1. He took something off that one.
Yeah, excellent off-speed pitch there by Merriweather. Listen every moment of Cubs baseball when you're in the Chicagoland area for free on the Odyssey app. Download the app, search 670 The Score.
The next pitch is low, a slider that missed. So 2 balls and a strike to count on Horowitz. Taps home plate with his dark green and neon green bat on this player's weekend. Here comes the 2-1. A swing and a looper down the left field line, slicing foul out of play. It hit the netting and into the stands. So 2-2 the count, and I still have not gotten an answer. I've given you some time to think about it. On this player's weekend, if you were a player today, or if they had that back in the day when you played, what kind of a fancy bat would you come up with?
I would have probably come up with some kind of Chicago-themed bat. Maybe Sweet Home Chicago or something along those lines. A little Chicago skyline. I don't know, something like that.
I like it. That pitch outside, 3-2.
Now, what would you do for a designer bat? Would you come up with something?
Oh, I'm going Syracuse. I'm going navy blue and orange, my friend.
Sorry I asked.
Here comes the 3-2. And a high fly ball hit to left. Medium range coming in. Happ makes the catch. That's out number 3 as Merriweather gets the Blue Jays to go down in order here in the top half of the 6th inning. Middle 6, Blue Jays 1, Cubs nothing. On the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Dansby Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Lowe's knows our great paint savings mean you can get the colors you want at prices you'll love. Right now, get 20% off 1-gallon cans and 5-gallon pails of Valspar Defense paint or Cabot Stain. Shop now because it's the perfect time to maintain your deck and paint your outdoor spaces. Visit us in-store or online today because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/21. Selection varies by location. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
Take your business further with the smart and flexible American Express Business Gold Card. It's packed with benefits to help unlock more value from your business purchases. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had leaf filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/Odyssey first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/Odyssey to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
Ian Happ is on deck. Who's on deck? Sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. Last of the 6th here at Wrigley Field. Cubs playing catch-up. It's the Blue Jays with a 1-0 lead. First pitch on the way to Ian Happ from Bowden Francis is taken for strike. Fastball on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Happ's 0 for 2. Cubs have just 2 hits today. An infield single by Michael Busch and a bloop single to center by Seiya Suzuki as Happ looks at the ball outside. Count now 1-1. The Cubs right in the heart of their lineup, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book a low fare today at southwest.com. Happ switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Francis. And the pitch popped up left side, foul territory. This one's out of play. 1-2 the count. Ian came into action today, riding an 8-game hitting streak, during which he's batting .313 prior to today with 5 home runs and 7 RBIs. So some power numbers during the streak for Happer. Wind blowing from left to right, as it has all game long. The pitch. He lunges and a pitch outside and lifts one to left, circling and making the catch, angling toward the line. Schneider, 1 away.
We talked about it a couple innings ago and how shallow Toronto is playing their outfielders today with this wind howling in. And that last play, Schneider playing shallow has to go towards the line after that ball starts slicing into the wind, but makes that play look pretty easy. The high fly balls are the ones that really get affected by the wind today.
Michael Busch at the plate. He swings and misses, 0-1. Now, why do you think Toronto is playing in more so than most teams do?
Well, they're just playing in because of the wind. It's strictly because of the wind in center and left. And you look at those guys, they're playing in 30, 40 feet shallower than probably 30 than anybody else that we see. And that's just to take away the short base hit. If there's a bloop single, now they got a chance at making that play. The chances of a ball getting hit over his head that he can't get to in left field are pretty slim.
Now the pitch. Up high to Busch, 1-2.
You know, if somebody hits a line drive in the gap, it's a line drive. You're not going to get it anyway.
Miguel Amaya flied out to deep left center field in the third, and the wind knocked that one down right near the garage doors. Here's the 1-2. A ground ball hit on the right side. Fielded to his left by Horwitz, the second baseman. His sidearm throw to first is in time. 2 away.
Well, Toronto has kept the Cubs at bay so far today. Been a lot of routine outs.
So here comes Seiya Suzuki. Bottom 6, 2 down. Toronto with a 1-0 lead. Seiya, the DH. Designated hitters for the Cubs are sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Visit online or their Elmhurst and Lisle showrooms. Suzuki 1 for 2 had a bloop single to center in the 4th. One of just 2 Cubs hits off of Bowden Francis here this afternoon. Righty-righty matchup. Francis delivers. Up high. 1-0.
Francis, I would say, is a guy who likes to rub up the baseball because of that split. But he's very methodical about going about it. He always throws his pitches pretty close to, the pitch clock about expiring. And that is a strategy of his. He's not in a hurry. So you see now we're at 12, 11, 10. He's not even towed the rubber yet. So he gets the sign right away. Now he starts, and here he goes. And now it's 3-2, and there's the pitch delivered. It's been like that all game long.
It's low and outside, 2-1 the count.
But with that being said, the hitter has to be accountable to the pitch and being ready at 8 seconds. So there's really a 5 or 6 second gap between when Seiya has to be set and he delivers the baseball.
Here's the pitch, and it's pop foul out of play by Suzuki off to the right, 2-2. I'm looking over at the booth to our left.
Do you know those people?
I know the entire family. They're all special, including the man that I know the best in that booth, and that is the Chicago Bears all-time points leader, Robbie Gould. Seiya dribbles one foul off to the right. Count remains 2-2. He's dealt with this wind once or twice in his life.
Some, because then it's cold, too.
The way Soldier Field is situated, the wind the way it is here, it always created this swirling atmosphere. Now the 2-2. Seiya fouls it away again. Good battle going on here with Bowden Francis.
Well, the reason why Wrigley does not have that issue is because it's so open in the outfield. From scoreboard to scoreboard and through the middle, there's just, it's open. With Soldier Field being, kind of being semi-enclosed, right? That to me would be very difficult to know what the wind is doing, every half hour.
The 2-2 delivery, a swing and a miss, strike 3 as Francis gets Suzuki with the splitter. Cubs go down in order in the 6th inning. We head to the 7th. Blue Jays 1, Cubs nothing on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Lowe's knows our great paint savings mean you can get the colors you want at prices you'll love. Right now, get 20% off 1-gallon cans and 5-gallon pails of Valspar Defense paint or Cabot Stain. Shop now because it's the perfect time to maintain your deck and paint your outdoor spaces. Visit us in-store or online today because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/21. Selection varies by location. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
Hey everybody, Chris Coonahan here for Leaf Filter. I often give homeowners advice on TV, but I wanted to share my expertise here too. The question I'm most often asked is, how does Leaf Filter work so well? Well, our trusted pros clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system. Leaf Filter inspection and estimate are always free for new customers. Plus, you can get up to 30% off if you go to leaffilter.com/Odyssey. That's leaffilter.com/Odyssey.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
Some things in life can be tricky, like learning to play an instrument. Life insurance can feel tricky too, but State Farm can help make it easier. Contact your local agent or visit statefarm.com today.
Getting set for the top half of the 7th inning here at Wrigley Field. Toronto with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk on the Bernstein and Holmes Show, weekdays, 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Addison Barger at the plate against the new Cub right-hander, Ethan Roberts, and Barger fouls the first pitch on the ground off to the right, 0-1 the count. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Roberts, 5 games this season, a 1.13 ERA with the Cubs. Here's the pitch, outside, 1-1. Cubs used a lot of arms out of that bullpen yesterday because of the 2 rain delays and Justin Steele only going 2 innings. So that's why Roberts getting some work here today. Shota Imanaga went the first 5. And the 1-1. Line down the left field line, slicing foul out of play. 1-2 now on Barger. Julian Merriweather pitched a 1-2-3 6th inning, and now Roberts here in the 7th.
A wind still blowing in hard from left field.
The 1-2, that's inside. And it impacts everybody. Pitchers, hitters, especially fielders.
Yeah, if you're a pitcher, and we've seen it today, the pitchers can be aggressive in the zone and go right after the hitters. Left-handers, you want them to try to hit the ball the other way.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Roberts gets Barger with the slider. The first out sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Pretty good slider by Roberts. That's his pitch. Good pitch down and in. Barger out on strikes for the 3rd time in the ballgame.
Here comes Davis Schneider, the left fielder, who's 0 for 2, right-handed batter. Right-hander Roberts sets up high. He kicks and fires. Outside, ball 1. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Roberts bespectacled. And the 1-0 is low, 2-0 the count. Schneider on the year hitting 202. He's bespectacled as well. Roberts white frames, Schneider black. Here's the pitch. And it's inside, 3-0 the count now. Schneider is also mustachioed. Roberts is not.
A lot of detail in that broadcast today.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that in there. It's been a while. Here comes the 3-0, low and outside.
Since
Ball
you've been
4.
mustachioed, is that what you're saying?
No, since I've described a mustachioed player, and the mustachioed Schneider draws a walk. He heads to first.
Is there a sponsorship for the eyeglass description?
Don't give people ideas there, Speaks.
I've got one in particular I wouldn't mind getting a sponsorship with. It's been a while since they've sent me glasses as a player. We could fit that in. That'd be great, Speaks. Got Molly. Did I say it out loud?
I heard it slightly there. It might have come across. Our engineer, Paul Zarang, is working on it. Maybe make it a little clearer next time. That pitch, by the way, to Loperfido in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Man on first, 1 away. Here in the top of the 7th. Blue Jays up 1-0. The next pitch is a called strike on the outside corner, 0-2.
Very nice backdoor hook from Roberts there. That one starts out off the plate away and comes back to the outside corner. Great pitch.
Loperfido, the reason that the Blue Jays have the lead. He had a solo shot off Imanaga to straight right in the 2nd inning. 1-0 Blue Jays. Now the 0-2. Bounced foul off to the right.
Yeah, he got a pitch up and out over the plate, almost to the outside corner, and hit it into the bleachers in straight right. And other than Amaya's ball that he hit to left center, that was caught right in front of the ivy. Really, the only 2 balls that have been hit even close to going out of the ballpark.
A long set, the 0-2. Just outside.
Good pitch, good call by Jim Wolf. That pitch off the plate away by about a baseball.
Loperfido, big left-handed batter. Roberts, the right-hander, sets up high. And the pitch. Pulled, foul, out of play, off to the right. 1-2.
Talked about this guy being a really high, young prospect player. Be interesting to see how he does as he gets more and more big league time here with Toronto.
Yeah, 25 years old. Loperfido, 6'3", 220 pounds. 7th-round pick by the Astros back in 2021 and traded to Toronto at the deadline. The Yusei Kikuchi deal. The pitch. Fouled away, second deck off to the left. Count remains 1-2. A year ago, Loperfido was the Astros minor league player of the year. Hit .278 across some different levels, 25 home runs, 78 RBIs, 27 stolen bases. Made his big league debut for the Astros back in April before the trade here to Toronto. Man at first, one away. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled off the netting to the left. Good battle going on here between Roberts and Loperfido. Loperfido has some terrific genes. His dad played college football at Muhlenberg College in Pennsylvania. His mom was a volleyball player at Villanova. And Joey played his college ball at Duke. The 1-2. Foul back. Cubs have won 10 of their last 15 games. They're in this stretch of 16 consecutive games now against teams with losing records. Roberts takes a peek at first. That's where Schneider is. One away. And a throw to first. Diving back in safely, Schneider. Just a few harmless clouds up in the sky at the moment. It is amazing how the weather has changed. It was gloomy, dark gray when we first started. Rained a little bit. Here's the 1-2. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think you said it yesterday after the 2 rain delays, and where it was beautiful by the end of the game, I think, prior to the rain in the 9th.
Yeah, you just never know, right?
If you love variety.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2. Loperfido hits a fly ball deep left center field, but Crow Armstrong is there and makes the catch just on the edge of the track for out number 2.
That ball really well struck. On a lot of days, that's going to end up being in the bleachers for a home run as Crow Armstrong goes right in front of the 368 mark and catches this ball one step on the track. But as hard as the wind is blowing in, well, you flip that wind around. That ball's 5 rows deep into the bleachers.
What do they say? Wrigley taketh, Wrigley giveth. Brian Servin, the catcher at the plate, 2 away, a man at first. And the pitch. That's up high, 1-0 the count. Toronto with a 1-0 lead. Robbie Gould getting ready to conduct the 7th inning stretch. The 7th inning stretch is sponsored by Volvo Plug-in Hybrid Vehicles. Electric cars with a backup plan. Visit your local retailer to learn more. The 1-0.
He's got the whole crew here, too.
Yeah.
I went over to the next booth to say hi.
Mm-hmm. By the way, that pitch was a strike to Servin. 1-1 the count. Yeah, he's got his kids. The wife is in the booth.
Yeah.
It's a family affair. Here's the 1-1. Servin takes the ball inside.
And that's Wrigley Field, right? What better place in the world to come to on a summer day than Wrigley Field? Bright sunshine, mid-70s. Zach's paper's getting blown all over the place here in the booth.
I'm basically diving over the table here. The pitch is up high, 3-1.
Yeah, you need a lot of paperweights today.
I am the paperweight today.
A pigeon makes a nice paperweight.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Not when it flies away or attacks broadcasters. Here comes the 3-1 delivery. Roberts to Servin. That's up high, ball 4. A 2-out walk by Servin, the number 9 hitter, and that puts men at first and second for Toronto, and George Springer will stand in.
Bring out Tommy Hotovy. take a long, slow walk out to the mound. Going to talk to Roberts a little bit about scouting report against Springer, maybe give him a little chance to catch his breath, and maybe give the Cubs a chance to get somebody tuned up in the bullpen.
1-0 Blue Jays here with 2 on and 2 out for Toronto in the top half of the 7th inning. It's the finale of a 3-game set. Cubs winning a couple of 1-run games to start this series. By the way, the Cubs have played a league-leading 44 1-run games this season. They've only won 19 of them, so imagine if you could flip that around a little bit down the stretch here. All right, we're ready to resume baseball. Springer stands in. Roberts is ready, looks at second and deals. And that's a strike, 0-1. Now Amaya, the catcher, calls time, steps in front of home plate, and has his arms out.
Amaya's giving signals to the infielders of describing if the guys take off where he's going to throw the ball, if he's going to throw the ball.
Here comes the 0-1. Springer takes a ball low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind is picked up, blowing from left to right. Roberts sets up high. And the 1-1. Springer hits a fly ball, shallow left center field, racing in half. He's under it and makes the catch for out number 3 as the Blue Jays strand 2 to end the top half of the 7th inning. Toronto with a 1-0 lead. It is time to stretch at Wrigley. Here is the all-time points leader in Chicago Bears history, former kicker Robbie Gould.
Chicago Bears kicker Robbie Gould. All right, Cubs fans, let me hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crackers. I don't care if my boys root for the Cubs. When it's a shame, or it's 1, 2, 3 strikes out of the old ball game.
Let's get some runs coming!
Every home run and double play is called by Pat and Ron on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Lowe's knows our great paint savings mean you can get the colors you want at prices you'll love. Right now, get 20% off 1-gallon cans and 5-gallon pails of Valspar Defense paint or Cabot Stain. Shop now because it's the perfect time to maintain your deck and paint your outdoor spaces. Visit us in-store or online today because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/21. Selection varies by location. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had leaf filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/Odyssey first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/Odyssey to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
Bottom of the 7th inning here at Wrigley Field. Cody Bellinger leading things off and pulls the first pitch he sees foul off to the right. Bowden Francis is still in there. 28-year-old right-hander for the Blue Jays. Cubs have just 2 hits off of him so far this afternoon. As I'm getting a big hug here from the Bears' all-time points leader, Robbie Gould. He's a football coach now at Rolling Meadows.
I have heard that. I left you on your own and went over to the booth next door to say hi in between innings.
We got to get this guy a microphone, right?
Yeah,
Put them on
absolutely.
the
We're
air
doing
here.
it. Yeah.
Here's the 0-1 to Belly, a
got
big
it.
swing and a miss. 0-2.
Pulsarang's here. You know we're covered.
Yeah, Pulsarang is outstanding.
He's good.
Yeah, Robbie was the focus of many a post-game interview.
This isn't TV for you big shot TV guys now, but you're going to have to deal with being on radio right now.
Well, here's the thing. They told me I had a face for radio. Somehow I got hired at Marquee to do the Bears show.
How do you think I got a job?
Both, all three of us, huh? Make this a triplet show, you know? Yeah.
Congratulations to the new gig.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. How's everything in the booth, boys, this year?
It's good. Cubs trying to make a little bit of a push here and complete a 3-game sweep of the Blue Jays. They're down 1-0 here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Bellinger at the plate with an 0-2 count. What's it like coaching high school kids now?
All the things I used to probably drive coaches crazy with, I'm now getting to face the opposite side of that, Zach. So I have a little bit of a different appreciation, you know?
Bellinger pops it up on the infield right side. Who wants this thing? It's Guerrero, the first baseman, wide of the bag on the dirt, makes the catch, one away as Bellinger's
now
retired.
Let's get to the stuff that you're being hired to do. You've watched a couple Bears games. You've watched the team. Hey, what's your thoughts on the Chicago Bears
here's the
this
thing.
season?
Caleb Williams. I mean, you could not ask for a more mature rookie, right?
Wow.
The way he's leading the locker room, his athleticism, his arm strength. I know we're preliminarily only doing a little bit of game planning, but at the end of the day, like what you're seeing from him and Rome and really the team come together. You heard it a lot from Ryan Poles in his first year. It's kind of like when we were in San Francisco. You're going to find out what you had in year 3. Year 3 in San Francisco, we go to the Super Bowl after them building from scratch. I mean, we were 0-9 in San Francisco. So what they built here is very similar to what I see they're building in San Francisco.
Nico Horner at the plate, 1-1 the count with 1 away. Bottom 7, Toronto a 1-0 lead. We're visiting with Robbie Gould, who's got a whole bunch of new jobs now. High school football coach at Rolling Meadows and a new Bears analyst on Marquee as Horner looks at the ball inside, 2-1 the count. It's interesting because usually we hear people say, take everything you see in the preseason with a grain of salt. But you're still very high on Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there is a limited game plan. There is limited defenses he's seeing. But at the end of the day, like his athleticism.
Line drive to left, base hit down the left field line. This will roll all the way to the wall. Horner on his way to second base. Ball retrieved by Schneider. And Horner will hold at second with a 1-out double.
I love to see the Cubs threatening to tie this game up a little bit.
Instant offense.
A little excitement. The boys singing the stretch. This is what happened.
There you go. Yeah. A little energizing for the Cubs from Robbie. Nico got a little breaking ball. He hammers his ball down the left field line. And now the Cubs need a big swing of the bat from Dansby Swanson.
We need to put together a couple of those hard hits, right? We've had one here and there.
We need a field goal right now.
Yeah, well, we do. We do need a field goal. That gives us a little cushion, too.
That's right.
Huh? Yeah.
Dansby Swanson at the plate, and he looks at a ball up high, 1-0. The count. Doubles by Cubs batters are sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport.
Zach and I were talking, looking at this win today. Do you miss kicking in Soldier Field and all that wind?
Not blowing in. I like wind at my back only.
Same as a hitter, buddy.
Francis Steele, Swanson swings, fouls it away, out of play, off to the right, 1-1.
I was a much better hitter with the wind at my back.
No doubt. I was a lot better when I was older with the wind at my back, too.
Same.
You know?
You think the Bears played 50 years here at Wrigley Field. Could you imagine kicking in this ballpark?
You know what? I wish they would bring a game back here. I think that would be very nostalgic. Bring back the history. I get there might not be a ton of seats, but, it's cool to see a college series in here. It would be nice to see the Bears bring a game inside of Wrigley.
Swanson swings and misses, 1-2 the count. Notice how Robbie says that now, Coom, after he's retired.
I understand what he's saying.
I don't care what the wind looks like, boys. I don't have to do it.
That's right.
The couch,
So what's realistic when you look overall at the NFC North? Because Detroit's really good, Green Bay's good, and the Bears have compiled this nice young nucleus. I think Swanson is called strike 3.
Oh, that's twice for him today, Zach. That's twice.
Oh, Swanson does not like the call.
No, and Swanson respects Jim Wolf. This is a conversation, but Swanson does not like what he's hearing at all from Jimmy Wolf.
I got a little nervous the last time he was at bat. He said something to him.
Yeah, it was getting close.
The umpire said, "Excuse me." I was like, "Oh no, this isn't going to be good."
Well, and then the catcher jumps out, and that's what makes it even worse.
He Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. He looks at a strike, 0-1. Cubs have a man on second base with 2 down here, bottom of the 7th inning. They trail 1-0 to Toronto. Francis looks at second. Nico dancing off the bag. A long set. The kick and pitch. Crow Armstrong pops it up. Shallow right. Drifting back, Guerrero, the first baseman, angling toward foul territory. He makes the catch for out number 3, and the Cubs leave Nico at second base to end the 7th inning. Robbie, good job on the stretch. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's great joining you, boys. Great seeing you as always. Have fun.
Enjoy coaching, and we'll see you
Hey, if
on
you guys
Marquee
ever want to come
Channel.
help me out, call a few plays. Come let me know.
You got it. Robbie Gold. After 7, Toronto a 1-0 lead over the Cubs on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. And you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Lowe's knows our great paint savings mean you can get the colors you want at prices you'll love. Right now, get 20% off 1-gallon cans and 5-gallon pails of Valspar Defense paint or Cabot Stain. Shop now because it's the perfect time to maintain your deck and paint your outdoor spaces. Visit us in-store or online today because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/21. Selection varies by location. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
Some things in life can be tricky, like learning to play an instrument, tying a knot in a balloon, your kids' math homework.
What?
Life insurance can feel tricky too, but at State Farm, we can help make it easier to understand so you can protect your family's future. A local State Farm agent can help you look at your options and choose the coverage you need to protect the people you love. Contact your local agent or visit statefarm.com today.
Wow, honey, have you seen the electric bill?
Yeah, it's out of control. But have you heard of Navien tankless water heaters?
Tankless? How does that even work?
Well, instead of constantly heating and storing water, it only heats water when we need it. So much more efficient than our giant tank heater.
That sounds great. Let's look into Navien.
Already on it.
Imagine all the hot water you need only when you need it. Bulky tanks are history. Navien high-efficiency tankless is the future. Compact, wall-hung units free up floor space, lower energy bills, longer life than tanks, and a 15-year warranty. Find out more at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Top of the 8th inning here at Wrigley, 1-0 Toronto. This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. This ball, first pitch swinging. Clement pops this ball up to Pete Armstrong in center. That'll be the first out of the inning here in the 8th. But the 8th inning sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today, Z.
Thank you very much, Coon. By the way, the first out sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. 1-0 Toronto. Here in the top half of the 8th inning, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will step to the plate. Ethan Roberts is still out there. Rookie right-hander. Sets up high, right near the neck, and delivers a strike to Guerrero. 0-1 the count. It's turned into a gorgeous afternoon here at Wrigley. Temperature nearly 80 degrees. It is windy. The pitch foul back by Guerrero, 0-2.
Yeah, from the start of the game to probably an inning into the game, the wind really picked up and it's been blowing hard in from left field.
Just a few harmless clouds in the sky. Plenty of sunshine. Guerrero waits for the 0-2 delivery. Roberts along set, and the pitch. Low and outside, 1-2. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Top 8, 1 away. Toronto 1, Cubs nothing. Guerrero at the plate with a 1-2 count. Roberts is ready. And the pitch. That's outside, 2-2.
And safe at the plate today. That's been sponsored by Granger. Think safety, think Granger. RBIs that we're hoping for from the Cubs batters today are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter.
Guerrero swings and misses. Strike 3. Roberts gets him with a cutter. 2 away. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Cubs have done a fairly nice job against Vladimir Guerrero in this series. Had that double yesterday.
I'm glad he's leaving town.
But I mean, we've mentioned it a few times. He came in red hot. Alejandro Kirk at the plate. Looks at a strike from Roberts, 0-1. A reminder to stay tuned for the toast of the game presented by Binny's Beverage Depot coming up in the 9th inning with the Coom Dog, Ron Coomer. Now the 0-1 delivery. Roberts to the cleanup man, Kirk. Ground ball off the glove of Bush. And safe at first is Kirk. He tried to backhand it. It took a wicked hop, went off the glove, and the Cubs were shifting, so Horner was playing almost behind the second base bag. He had to range to his left to field the loose ball. Roberts was covering the first base bag, but Kirk beats out the throw. And they're going to give him a single. So 1 on, 1 out. Should say 1 on, 2 away here in the top of the 8th. And the batter, Spencer Horowitz, who looks at a slider for a ball low. Cool, I need some more paperweights here. Having a lot of difficulty navigating. The 1-0 is a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
It was definitely a little breezy here in the booth today.
I mean, it's comfortable.
Yeah, beautiful day if you're hanging out, if you're pitching, or just hanging out enjoying the ball game from the stands.
A line drive through in a left field for a base hit past the diving Wisdom. So now the Blue Jays have men at first and second with 2 away. After that single by Horowitz, it'll bring up Addison Barger.
Now back-to-back hits, opposite field, infield bullets by Toronto. And that'll bring out Tommy Hotovy one more time in this inning. We have a pinch runner for Kirk now that he was out there in scoring position, so he will come out of the game.
We'll identify that pinch runner momentarily. Meantime, there is activity in the Blue Jays bullpen. Right-hander Ryan Burr is warming up. Bowden Francis has been dominant for the Jays over the first 7 innings. Stuart Baroa is the pinch runner at second base. He came in as a replacement for the injured Leo Jimenez in yesterday's ball game. 1-0 Toronto. 2 away, top 8. Blue Jays threatening with men at first and second. And Addison Barger at the plate, left-handed hitter. The right-hander Robert Steele outside, ball 1.
Tyson Miller now warming up in the Cubs bullpen.
He's been a very reliable right-hander since being picked up earlier this season. Now the 1-0. Looped into shallow center, but playable for Crow Armstrong, who makes the catch for out number 3. So Roberts works into and out of a jam as the Blue Jays strand 2 here in the top of the 8th. Middle 8. Blue Jays 1, Cubs nothing on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game all season long right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Lowe's knows our great paint savings mean you can get the colors you want at prices you'll love. Right now, get 20% off 1-gallon cans and 5-gallon pails of Valspar Defense paint or Cabot Stain. Shop now because it's the perfect time to maintain your deck and paint your outdoor spaces. Visit us in-store or online today because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/21. Selection varies by location. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
Some things in life can be tricky, like learning to play an instrument. Life insurance can feel tricky too, but State Farm can help make it easier. Contact your local agent or visit statefarm.com today.
Wow, honey, have you seen the electric bill?
Yeah, it's out of control. But have you heard of Navien tankless water heaters?
Tankless? How does that even work?
Well, instead of constantly heating and storing water, it only heats water when we need it. So much more efficient than our giant tank heater.
That sounds great. Let's look into Navien.
Already on it.
Imagine all the hot water you need only when you need it. Bulky tanks are history. Navien high-efficiency tankless is the future. Compact, wall-hung units free up floor space, lower energy bills, longer life than tanks, and a 15-year warranty. Find out more at tanklessmadesimple.com.
The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Relevant games all over the place. You've got the Diamondbacks, who have come back to tie the Rays at 6 in the 9th inning. The Cardinals trail the Dodgers in St. Louis by the score of 2-1. Royals over the Reds 4-1 in Cincy. Earlier today, the Mariners beat the Pirates 10-3, and the Brewers beat the Guardians 2-0. Zach?
Thank you, Speaks. Mike Talkman, a pinch hitter at the plate, looks at a ball low, a slider that missed from the new right-hander for Toronto. Reliever Ryan Burr takes over for the starter Bowden Francis, who is flat-out dominant. The next pitch, Talkman swings, and it's a high fly ball. Left center field. Wind wreaking havoc with this one, but the center fielder Loper Fido charges in and makes the catch. Both Schneider and Loper Fido had their arms out as if to signal, uh-oh. But Loper Fido able to make the play, one away.
Yeah, it's one of those plays where you just got to stay with the ball and not call it too soon. The sooner you call it, the worse it is, because then the wind will take the ball and then takes you out of your area. And it could be a much easier play for somebody else. But when you call it, that pitch in there for a strike to Amaya. When you call it, the guys around you shut down and let you field it. So you don't want to call too soon until you know you have a beat on that ball.
Amaya looks at a slider low. So the count now 1-1 to the Cubs catcher, who's 0 for 2 today. It's a 1-0 lead for Toronto here in the bottom of the 8th inning with one down. The right-hander Burr works his motion, and Amaya grounds one on the right side. Diving backhand stop by Guerrero from his knees. Throws to first in time to the pitcher covering, and Amaya is retired. That was not an easy play, 2 away.
That's a wow of a play. And the only question I would have about Craig Counsell, did he touch the bag? And maybe he did. I could not tell whether he gets a ball thrown hard to him, and he has to do a 360 catch spin, does Burr at first. Oh, yeah, he kicks the bag, so he does touch it. That's an excellent play, both by Guerrero and by Burr covering the bag. Both guys with big-time plays.
Here's Ian Happ, and he looks at a ball low. 1-0 the count. Remember, the Cubs lost their challenge early in the game.
Yeah, that was in the second inning, I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So 1-0 the count on Happ. The pitch is low again. 2-0 the count. How about Bowden Francis and the job he did this afternoon, starting for Toronto? The 28-year-old right-hander through 7 scoreless innings. Scattered 3 hits, walked none, and struck out 7. The 2-0. Happ takes ball 3 outside.
Yeah, he's on 3. That's 3 quality, really good starts in a row for Toronto.
Meantime, Burr, the right-hander on the mound right now, 17 games this season, an ERA of 4.86, an 0-1 record. And the pitch. Happ looks at a strike. 3-1. Ian's 0 for 3. Came into play today riding an 8-game hitting streak, so that's in jeopardy. And the pitch. Tap foul off to the right. Full count.
3-1, little slider. Pitch right at the knees down low. Just maybe below the zone, but Ian taking a big rip, looking to try to tie this ball game.
Righty-lefty battle. Here's the 3-2. And that's outside, ball 4. So Happ draws a 2-out walk here at the bottom of the 8th inning. He represents the tying run for the Cubs. Michael Busch will stand in.
And the Cubs need a big swing of the bat from somebody. And I don't think it's going to come from Michael Busch against Burr. I think they're going to make a pitching change.
John Schneider, the Blue Jays manager, making a slow walk out to the mound, and he's asking for the baseball. While he does that, a reminder that walks by opposing pitchers are sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers. Reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. So with Bush stepping to the plate, the Blue Jays are going to make a pitching change. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents are sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Bottom 8, 2 away, tying run on first, Bush 2 up. Toronto with a 1-0 lead on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
This summer, get away in the Hyundai you've always wanted at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get the hottest deals of the season on many of our award-winning Hyundai models, which all come with America's best warranty. But get going, because these deals won't last. Add more joy to your journey at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Lease the Tucson for $229 a month, or get 1.99% APR for 60 months. Hurry in to the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offers end September 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Step into the batter's box for BetMGM's Swing for the Fences free-to-play game. Pick an area of the strike zone and take your best swing. Log into your BetMGM sports account, then visit your promotions section to access the free-to-play game. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Illinois only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary depending on market and expire 24 hours from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB2 53342 in partnership with Paradise Hotel Casino.
Time now to see how we did with our guests for the Vinny's Beverage Depot attendance game. The actual attendance today here at Wrigley Field, 36,117, which means our engineer, the maestro Paul Zarang, is the winner. Congratulations, Paulie. Big weekend in the Zarang household after his win today. All right, the new man on the mound for Toronto is former St. Louis Cardinal left-hander Genesis Cabrera. Michael Bush was due up, a left-handed hitter. Instead, Craig Counsell is going with a pinch hitter. Isaac Paredes, a late scratch from the starting lineup because of a shoulder issue, has been announced as the pinch hitter. And Paredes will stand in against the left-hander Cabrera. Ian Happ at first base. 2 away, bottom 8, Toronto with a 1-0 lead. Cabrera kicks and fires, and the first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1.
Cabrera always had a great arm. St. Louis throwing up, around 100 miles an hour. Don't know if he quite features that 100-mile-an-hour heater, but very good arm in the mid to high 90s.
Now the 0-1. Paredes swings and misses at a changeup, 0-2. Paredes 0 for 19 in his career as a pinch hitter. So there's never a bad time to get that first one out of the way.
Big gap on the right side of the diamond.
Long set by Cabrera, the 0-2. Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Happ drew a 2-out walk. He's at first base. Paredes, the pinch hitter, at the plate with a 1-2 count. Right-handed batter, open stance. The left-hander Cabrera is ready. And the pitch. This is fouled into the on-deck circle, and it nailed Seiya Suzuki. And Suzuki dropped the bat, now hopping in pain in front of the Cubs' third base dugout and jogging back to the on-deck circle. Is he okay?
Yeah, I think he's okay. He says, to pull a ball like straight behind you is not easy to do as a right-handed hitter. I mean, that's one of the most impressive cricket plays you'll ever see. But baseball, you don't see that too often. You expect to be in the on-deck circle with a righty hitting on the third base side to be safe. That just show you the ball will find you.
Seiya's not impressed. 1-2 the count. Paredes digs in. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with a cutter. And Happ stranded at first base. After 8, Toronto holding on to a 1-0 lead on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Anything can happen anytime in any game right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty. and you're feeling thirsty, head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Lowe's knows our great paint savings mean you can get the colors you want at prices you'll love. Right now, get 20% off 1-gallon cans and 5-gallon pails of Valspar Defense paint or Cabot Stain. Shop now because it's the perfect time to maintain your deck and paint your outdoor spaces. Visit us in-store or online today because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/21. Selection varies by location. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
La 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 la. La, 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 la.
Oops. Ever had your singing lessons cut short by icy water?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Say goodbye to those cold notes with Navien tankless water heaters. With Navien, you'll hit all the right notes without the surprise chill. So keep singing and let Navien keep the hot water flowing. And get ready for the encore when you get your utility bill.
La, 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 la.
Navien tankless water heaters. Visit tanklessmadesimple.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
Listen to every MLB game live. Plus, watch the minor leagues, MLB Big Inning, and available pre- and post games with no blackouts. Visit MLB.com/@bat for details. Here's Zach Zaidman.
Top of the ninth inning, Speegs. Toronto with a 1-0 lead. Cubs have a new man on the mound. Hector Neris pitching. Davis Schneider at the plate. First pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Cubs with a whole bunch of defensive changes. David Bodie enters the game. He's now the new third baseman. Cody Bellinger moves from right to first as Schneider lines one to right center field. Under it is Pete Crow Armstrong, who makes the catch for out number one. The first out is sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. And Mike Talkman, who pinch hit in the last of the eighth, remains in the game. He's now the right fielder for the Cubs.
Now you just hope Hector Neris can keep the Cubs right here. Give the Cubs a shot here in the ninth inning.
Joey Loperfido at the plate. He swings and lines one for a base hit to right. Loperfido's second hit of the game. The first one put the Blue Jays ahead. A solo shot to right in the second.
Well, we saw Loperfido earlier today in early working in the outfield. Very impressive. Hard worker, you can tell, doing things the right way. He's got a good swing. He's had a couple big swing of the bat in the second inning. It's the only run scored, but we saw some good battles from him, and now his second hit of the game. So he looks like Toronto really went out and got the right guy.
Neris steals, and his first pitch to Brian Servin is in there for a strike. 0-1.
Love watching young players get to the big leagues, and you see their work ethic on their defensive skills and everything, and he was working hard here earlier in the day.
Throw to first. Loperfido gets back. Something you always mention to me when we watch pregame workouts, are they doing it in game speed?
Yeah. Are you doing it like to where it's...
Loperfido goes. The pitch, dribbled foul at the plate, 0-2.
You know, is it just kind of work, or are you really getting a lot out of it? I learned a very good lesson early in my big league career, like right away when I got to the big leagues from Tom Kelly. He was not a fan of people. You did things for a short period of time, but you did them at game speed, and that's how you get better. And when you see young players doing that, you know, that's good. And that's what we saw today from that young man in center field.
0-2 the count on Servin, the batter. And the pitch by Neris is up high, 1-2. Cool, we need a catch of the game. Catch a Game is sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Catch Fair Fever at the Iowa State Fair, which runs through today. Plan your best days ever at iowastatefair.org. And the pitch, line down the left field line. It'll drop in for a base hit. Ball quickly retrieved by Happ. So stopping at second base, Loperfido. But the Blue Jays have something going here in the top half of the ninth inning. Just one away, and now men at first and second after the single by Servin.
Well, Lopefito took off on the last pitch, and it was fouled off. Cubs catch a break. If he steals second base, that's a run. But now first and second and only one out. Now you really need a ground ball off the bat of Springer.
There's 2 for 3 today. A couple of singles and a flyout. Righty-righty matchup. Neris puts the ball in the glove, looks at second and deals. Springer fouls it at the plate, 0-1. Does any defensive play by the Cubs stand out to you?
Michael Busch made some nice plays at first base. He made a play going into the hole. Excellent play. So that could be the catch of the game today.
Yep. So Michael Busch with the catch of the game on this Sunday. The pitch to Springer swung on and missed, took a hefty cut at a splitter and ended up on one knee on the follow-through. 0-2.
Springer way out in front of that split finger. He saw fastball. He was swinging. And
the next pitch is low.
I always laugh at, been there before. You see fastball coming out of the hand, you take a big rip, and you're done swinging, and here comes the ball, almost like a cartoon.
Now the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As Neris gets Springer with the fastball, 2 away.
Great sequence of pitches by Neris. This is a good job. Back and forth of speeds. Couple splits, and then goes to high gas. And Springer, in the back of his head, has split finger on the mind. And Neris goes with the fastball, threw that one right past him.
Ernie Clement stands in. 2 on, 2 out for the Blue Jays here in the ninth. Clement pops it up left side near third base. Bodie right near the bag. Now in front of it, makes the catch on the dirt in fair territory for out number 3. We've said this often this season. Hector Neris works into and out of a jam. Now we head to the last of the ninth. Do the Cubs have a comeback in them? Toronto with a 1-0 lead on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Justin Steele. Listen to every game here on Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Lowe's knows our great paint savings mean you can get the colors you want at prices you'll love. Right now, get 20% off 1-gallon cans and 5-gallon pails of Valspar Defense paint or Cabot Stain. Shop now because it's the perfect time to maintain your deck and paint your outdoor spaces. Visit us in-store or online today because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/21. Selection varies by location. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
Wow, honey, have you seen the electric bill?
Yeah, it's out of control. But have you heard of Navien tankless water heaters?
Tankless? How does that even work?
Well, instead of constantly heating and storing water, it only heats water when we need it. So much more efficient than our giant tank heater.
That sounds great. Let's look into Navien.
Already on it.
Imagine all the hot water you need only when you need it. Bulky tanks are history. Navien high-efficiency tankless is the future. Compact, wall-hung units free up floor space, lower energy bills, longer life than tanks, and a 15-year warranty. Find out more at tanklessmadesimple.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. They walked it off on Friday. Let's do it again today, Zach.
First, they got to tie it up. Speaks, bottom of the ninth inning here at Wrigley Field. Toronto with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. Seiya Suzuki, Cody Bellinger, and Nico Horner due up against right-hander Chad Green, who's 3-3 with a 1.86 ERA. First pitch to Suzuki is inside for ball one. Cubs hoping the at our best moment of the game comes here in the bottom of the ninth inning. The at our best moment of the game sponsored by Loyola Medicine. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Suzuki looks at a strike, 1-1 the count. Chad Green, 12 for 12 in save chances this season. And the pitch. A high fly ball into deep center field. Loperfido going back, but it's playable. Makes the catch, backing up just short of the track for out number 1.
That ball pretty well struck by Suzuki. But as we've talked about all game, boy, you got to hit one in the middle of the diamond today. You got to really blast one, and that one got about a step or two short of the track.
So here comes Cody Bellinger with 1 down, bottom 9, Blue Jays 1, Cubs nothing. Righty-lefty battle. Green delivers, and Bellinger looks at a ball low and outside, 1-0. Belly is 1 for 3 today. A couple of strikeouts and a single in the 4th. A bloop shot to center. Crowd chanting his name. The 1-0 to Bellinger is fouled away. Second deck off to the left.
The one place that the ball will go out of the ballpark, and we saw it early in the game, is from that 368 marker to the right field foul pole. A left-hander that hooks the ball, it'll ride that wind and give you a little help going towards the right field foul pole.
1-1 the count. The pitch. Bellinger lines one, base hit in the left center field. Bellinger a big turn at first, but Loperfido quickly gets the ball in. But the tying run is on first base with just 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th inning after Bellinger's single. And now Nico Horner will step to the plate.
Now Belly goes out and gets his fastball. Green uses smart. It was not going to give him anything he could pull, staying away from Bellinger. And Belly just hits a bullet in the gap in left center. Loperfido does a good job getting that ball in.
The pitch to Nico is lined to right. Racing in, Springer fighting the sun and makes the catch about knee-high off to his left. As Nico is retired, 2 away.
That's not an easy play. Springer stays with this ball. Kind of plays it off to the side. Outfield now for Toronto, playing much deeper here with the game on the line. They got to be back by a good 25 feet.
Dansby Swanson at the plate. Bellinger goes. The pitch low. Throw to second. High. Stolen base. Cody Bellinger. Tying run now in scoring position.
Excellent jump by Belly taking second base. Cubs get the man in scoring position. That's the tying run. Now you need a big base hit.
And correction, that was a called strike by the umpire, Jim Wolf. So 0-1 the count now on Swanson. The pitch. He swings, ground ball to third. Fielded by Barger. His throw across in time. Ball game over. And Bellinger stranded at second base. Toronto prevents the sweep, shutting out the Cubs today 1-0.
Yeah, today's one of those ball games, just very tough hitting day for both sides. One ball reaches the seats and right, and that's, there have been a few balls hit hard, but nothing really that close. And, it's just a game of one swing of the bat changes the ballgame.
The Blue Jays a 1-0 winner. Coom, time for the hardest working player of the game, sponsored by Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve.
Now for the Cubs today, I think you got to go with Chota. He threw an excellent job, gave up one big swing of the bat. Other than that, he was outstanding. So Chota, even in a loss, he will be our hardest working player of the game.
Back with the recap when we come back. Blue Jays a 1-0 winner over the Cubs on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
Look at your cup holder. It's empty, and you're feeling thirsty. Head to a nearby convenience